And good afternoon. What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the TSF Entertainment Channel. I'm your boy Retro CG in the building, joined by Mr. DJ Fresh, Your Highness, and our little brother Jacka Jordan is with us tonight. What's good, fellas?
What up?
What's going on?
What's good, family? Well, how was your holidays, everyone?
Mine was chill. I ain't do
Yeah,
too much.
chill.
I was a little under the weather, but I made it through. Like MJ in the flu game.
All right. All right, so we're here to talk about it. And we got some things to talk about. It is Power Book 3 Raising Kanan, Season 3, Episode 305, Brothers and Keepers. I think we all pretty much feel the same way here. We need to pour something out for our boy Neek.
Yep, pretty much.
Pour something out for our boy Neek. I'm on the Red Bull at the moment, but we'll pour something out for your boy Neek. All right, support gaming, Alex, Mark, Jazzy, Blueprint. Welcome, guys. Hope y'all had a good week. All right, so first thoughts. Cubstar, what's good? Yeah, this episode had me a little stressed too, Cubstar.
Yeah, me stressed
All
out
right,
too.
fellas, what was y'all first thought of this episode?
10 out of 10. That's the best episode so far to me.
I mean, I hated the way that it ended, but
Yeah.
you know, it's only because he was a fair favorite. But 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I don't understand the logic behind this. I do not understand the logic behind this. Episode 5. I mean, we don't got someone dropped off in every episode. I mean, like first episode was it Bert? Then we got Style. I mean,
and we lost Dean.
We got Dean. So I mean, we go from just characters that we don't really care about to characters that we're starting to care about. Like, I think it's too soon. It's too soon. We're just on season 3 for us to be losing major characters. Like, whoa, wait a minute. At least not Unique. I wasn't ready for Unique to go. That's the crazy part about it is they did a good job with Unique. They did a very good job with his character because they did him just like they did Kanan and OG Power. They started us off not liking him, and then they developed him where we liked him. It's like we don't like for our characters to be dropped off by no-name characters like Ronnie. Like Ronnie,
he was a villain you root for.
4 episodes and you already taking out major players. Like, bro, what's good?
Yeah, I think Unique was the villain that you root for, man. And I was just kind of like,
you root for.
I was like, damn, man, come on, man. My feelings was a little hurt.
It was, but what I've noticed though on all of them, on episode 5, it's always a big character that gets unalive.
Yeah, I guess.
I noticed that. That's one thing I noticed. 5 is always a character that's always getting unalive. But I agree with y'all. Not Ronnie, Unique. Too soon. Way too soon.
Way too soon.
But I mean, he been
talking about I get it. That is raising Kanan and not raising Unique. I get that. I understand that, but they need to do a little bit more with Kanan's character right now because these other characters' stories is what's keeping us interested. Because all we see out of Kanan every episode is him pouting, throwing a tantrum, out here trying to hustle. I mean, we're really not seeing any
bullying Famous.
Yeah, bullying Famous. We're not really seeing any growth with Kanan's character. Like, we need to see a little bit more of him. So these other story arcs that are going on around him in his world is more interesting than his story.
Yep, pretty much.
It does help the story progress. I feel
agree.
like we could have progressed the story a different way. Other than, and I'm not saying that Unique need to stay here to the end. What I'm saying is, I just felt like it was too soon in the season for us to lose him. Like that, I could have lost him at the end of the season.
Yeah, at the end.
And been perfectly fine with it. But I felt like there was just a little bit more that we could have got out of the character itself. But we're gonna go ahead and jump on into it. We're not gonna go play over these semantics. Tension between Ronnie and Unique comes to a head while Kanan clashes with both Raq and Famous. Juke bonds with her bandmate, and Lou works to revitalize Cafe Vous. Howard's attempt to manipulate the task force backfires. That part of the episode I didn't necessarily feel like I saw.
Me either.
That's what I was trying to understand. That was the part, because when I read it, I said, how did it backfire? The only thing I guess it backfiring was maybe from
Demo?
Nah, not Dean. Them questioning Rock. That's the only thing I could think of.
Well, mine is kind of centered around that. I think what's backfiring is this whole Crown Camacho story that they put out there. But Howard wasn't the one that put that out there. Rockland put that out there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he helped carry the lie.
Yeah.
True enough, he helped carry the lie, but it didn't originate with him. So I was a little confused about that part of the episode description. I didn't feel like they did a good job of showing us what backfired on Howard's end.
Yeah, same here. I was trying to figure that out myself.
All right. So the episode starts off with Psycho Ronnie walking up to some dude in the street and sticking him up for his whip.
Do y'all be hearing the music when his scene pop up? Please tell me y'all hear the music whenever he pops
equivalent to the Unsolved Mysteries theme. You know, when you hear that theme, you know something like bad is
you know Roddy about to get ready to come through it. He about to get ready to raise hell.
Yeah. You know, something bad is getting ready to happen. Well, when you see that coat, when you see that tan coat come up, you know it.
Hey, at work, I'm gonna start putting my glasses on so people know I mean business, even though they get to me.
I think I got a tan coat like that or a jacket somewhere.
I do.
Rocking that more often.
I got a tan coat. I'll put mine on too.
Ronnie Myers. They say, yep, Ronnie Myers.
That man is Ronnie Myers, man.
That music come on, man. I'm telling you, he popping up.
So he sticks old dude up for his whip or whatever. He didn't even stick him up for it. He was like, "Oh, nice whip," and dude was like, "I appreciate it." He was like, "No, nice whip."
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
and then he goes literally on a joyride. He literally goes for a joyride.
But did you think the song that was playing while he was driving?
Nah, I ain't peeped the song.
It was Cypress Hill, "Insane in the Membrane." That's
it sure was.
Insane.
It was Cypress Hill. Yep.
And I started busting out laughing when that song
Perfect
came
song for him.
Because he out there just, I mean, bro, ain't a band, no traffic laws, none of that. That man just like whatever. He whipping the hell out that Cadillac Lante, flying.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's the perfect song for them to have on while he out there driving like a nut.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying. It was perfect. It was perfect for him.
That was a perfect song. This fool.
The heavy accent was killing me, man. The accent was killing me.
Yeah, the accent always ends up killing me. But the scene here we see Dum Dum. I would think that if you're still trying to run your business, you're gonna be a little bit more discreet inside your mom's crib.
Right. Like she not already don't have her ear to the ground, ear to your door, try to figure out what it is that you're doing. But you in here and make sure when that answering service rings, you answering Famous, and don't be on no sleepiness either.
I'm like, bro, you got the whole door open. You loud. Like, how she not just gonna walk up and hear you? Like, you could have just kept that joint. I'd have been over in the corner on the low, like, man, look, you know what I'm saying? Make sure, like, you loud. You got the whole map out on the bed. Like I said, you ain't even got the door closed.
Dude, having the whole map out on the door on the bed was crazy. Like, that's no discretion at all. Like how you go from trying to hide a shirt up under your bed. At least you try to hide the bloody shirt up under your bed in the scene where Marv popped the dude to now you just, you know what? But this just show kind of how reckless he's acting though, how rebellious he is though, and I think that's what it is. Like he really don't care. To be honest, that's what it is. He's there to not get locked up, but it just really kind of just showed that he just really just being defiant as ever.
Yeah.
He just spit in Rock's face.
Yeah, that's why I was going to say that's literally what I was going to say. It's just like he just being rebellious, like this whole episode. Like he don't even care or whatever. Here, as y'all say, we got Ronnie Myers. He pull up. To
The music came on.
The crazy thing was, I didn't even think that was Unique's crib, because we only seen the outside of it once. So when he hit the joint and was holding the doorbell, it was like, I'm like, Unique, like, bruh, like, you got the doorbell ringing like that, you waking everybody up. This man in his pajamas, he knocked out. You come over the crib and you talking about nice whip. And I felt Unique. He like, bruh, you just got out of jail on a technicality. And you out here
and you
stolen car. You carjacking
the brightest car. The brightest car ever.
Bright orange.
And you pulled up to Unique crib. Can I ask something? Because I went back looking at earlier episodes. Who was Early Tyler?
Who was Early who?
Early Tyler. You remember he said, I'm going to flip this to Early Tyler.
Oh, shoot, man. I don't have a clue.
Maybe when Retro CG, because they mentioned him again in season 1, episode 1, when they was talking about before they start flipping stuff in the bodega, before they start stashing stuff in the bodega, they was like, well, we can go to Early Tyler, and we can get Early Tyler to to wash our money, to wash our stash, or whatever it is that they was doing. So I was like, whoa. Because I went back because I wanted to see where did they start mentioning Ronnie. And they mentioned Ronnie in the very first episode. And then they mentioned Early Tyler. And right here again, he mentions Early Tyler. Who is Early Tyler?
I'm thinking maybe he...
What's up, Really B?
What's up, Really B?
What's up?
I'm just trying to figure out who Early Tyler is. I'm like, maybe somebody can give me a little bit of insight on who Early Tyler is, because that's the second time I've heard his name in this series.
Mark said Early Taylor was mentioned in the first season by Marvin. So
Early
A
Taylor,
car shop or something, or he a chop shop or something like that.
That's what I was thinking of, chop shop.
Okay.
Before we go forward, Really B, what you feel about the episode?
I mean, I thought it was a good episode. I mean, I know a lot of people are not happy with how things ended, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But I thought it was a good episode. I did. Maybe an 8 out of 10. I don't know.
Okay, I said it.
Yeah, it's an 8 out of 10 for me too. That's a good number.
Me and Jack said 10 out of 10 with the exception of the ending, but
I'll
probably even give it a 9. But
I'll tell you why. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. There was some things that I'll get to it when we get to it. I just think it was more they could have done with this episode, and I think they left us with stuff they should have gave us. But anyway.
Well, what's up, Abby? I ain't seen you in a while. What's going on?
And here she comes talking about cutting people water off.
Somebody got their water cut off.
And you know that was her job originally, to be the disconnector.
All right.
For real. So in this scene right here, we see Marvin is meeting up with Gerald. And, they kind of, keeping their end of the bargain about keeping their little support group for each other going on. And, this scene right here gave me an inkling of what's to be expected going forward with this entertainment writer, Gerald. Because when he made the comment about them being from Southside Jamaica, Queens, wrong side of the tracks, we saw that it kind of offended Marvin. We saw that, Marvin like, what you mean?
Yeah.
Whatever. Which he really didn't mean no harm. He really didn't mean that harm. But you know how it is when, certain people of a different race have
uninformed
or just don't even know how to communicate with us when it comes to certain things. He didn't mean no harm by what he said. What he said was basically like, y'all from the ghetto. Scratching and surviving.
And I think, but he was also thinking like a writer. How can I tell the story? I have to sensationalize it. And unfortunately, people like that rags to riches story.
It's
so I agree. I don't think he meant any harm. I think in his mind, he was like, oh yeah, I could write this story. And I think he just started thinking what that needed to look like.
Out loud.
You know what I'm saying?
Was it in this episode or last week's episode where Marvin suggested him doing an article about Jukebox in the group?
It was right here. It was this
one.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, I get why
that's a good idea.
I get why he said it.
I do too.
He wants them to do the you know what I'm saying, the article on him. But a lot of people think Gerald the Feds, he a snitch. That's why he was asking questions about Dean. I don't think he a snitch. I think it was more so he trying to find something to write about and trying to tie that together. Since, like he said, he from the South Side. He like, oh, Marv no Dean. Oh man, he do. Oh, I could put all this in one big article. Everything he can, attach Marv name to Juke's whatchamacallit. Go ahead, really B.
So here's one of the things I'm gonna bring up about why this is an 8 for me and not a 9 or a 10. There's no way in hell that white boy Gerald found out about Dean before the streets.
I was just getting ready to say
you mean to tell me Marvin, who is still out there, and I can see Raq, who's trying to disconnect herself, but Marvin is still out there doing things. Ain't no way in hell that white boy Gerald knew about Dean before Marvin. I'm sorry. And Raq didn't know either. Did nobody know? And that should have been the biggest thing hitting the streets, especially the way it happened. It wasn't no accident. It was a straight up. It was a hit. I mean, we know what the real story is, but to the streets, this person was bold enough to walk up into Dean's grandmama house and take care of him with his grandma in the next room. That thing would have been the hottest story on the streets.
Good point.
Yeah, you got a point. I was looking at it as it got broadcasted on the news, so that's how Gerald knew before Marv.
That's the way I was looking at it, because it seemed like Marvin just don't be on
he's an
TV
entertainment
like
writer.
But the streets
The streets would have knew before the streets would have had it out there before the news would have put it out. Let's be clear. Like something like that, as big time as they tried to make us think Dean was, go back to how they introduced us to Dean and the way they showed a Dean. They had Dean as this up here dude. The streets would have been on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Because who found him? Who found him?
They didn't never say.
They never said.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So the grandma found him.
I'm assuming the grandma did.
To go in the kitchen. Did one of his soldiers find him? Like the minute Dean didn't reach out or do whatever it is that he's supposed to do for the people, ain't no way in the world that the streets ain't on fire.
So VDJ Enlightened from Instagram is saying that Dean was real big time, and basically the streets should have known before Gerald. I agree.
Yeah, you made it.
Man, what's going on over here? Raq's place, man. Raq's place don't got busted up. Raq's place don't got busted up. She coming in like, what the hell don't happen here? And of course, our friendly neighborhood cops on the beat show up.
Dumb and Dumber.
I can't wait for them to get.
I'm like, can somebody please take them? Can somebody please take them away?
These two got to go.
These two got to go. Can somebody please take them away?
They got to go because they creating problems for the family. Unnecessary.
Yeah, they got to get out of here.
Yeah, they got to get out of here. And dude all but admitted that they were the ones that broke out her windows and basically told her that unless she pay that toll, her windows gonna keep getting busted out. She's like, I'm good.
Yeah, keep them on speed dial.
Yeah, I'm good. So, yeah, keep the window person on
speed dial.
Yeah.
Wow.
But one part I didn't understand was, and we'll see it once we get to, and I was gonna wait till we got to that scene, but the block, like the door, I didn't understand why the door, because since she bought that whole building, one of the doors had the little, the metal gate down. So why that part didn't have a metal gate down? Like, why would you?
Because she bought the whole thing, but different businesses put different, you know what I'm saying? Like, I own the barbershop, you own the store next door, the bodega, he owned the, the I don't know, the little, I don't know. So I put that protection. I get mine, but you don't get yours. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I get what you're saying.
I think that's it's a whole block, but it was different businesses.
Gotcha. Mark, you are absolutely right. They barking up the wrong tree. They
about to
idea.
listen, baby. The way Raq looked at them, the way Raq gave them that look, and was like, "I'm good." I said, "Oh, it's over.
It's over." Y'all don't have no clue what y'all getting into. Y'all
had no clue
hey,
what y'all
do she got to
into.
do she got to take them back to the microwave scene in season 1? They're gonna learn.
She might. I forgot about the microwave.
They're gonna learn.
I really thought that she was gonna solicit Marvin to go ahead and do what he need to do, batter up. We did a good batter up moment. We hadn't had a good batter up in a minute. Somebody put Reggie Jackson on. So we already know what's getting ready to happen with these two right here. It's only a matter of time. She right now trying to figure out how she can go ahead and delete them.
And it's gonna be comical the way they go too.
Yep, I can see it being like a situation where they died in a mysterious car crash or something.
Yeah, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something comical, kind of like similar to this conversation that Marv was having while he's putting my man in the wall.
In the wall, yeah.
Something comical. Yeah,
right. R.I.P. to the officers.
Right. R.I.P. officers.
If she don't unalive them, she might just set them up.
Yeah,
that works too.
Set them up.
Yeah, that works too.
Yep. Either way, they got to go. All right, down at the Shirley's place, Luke comes in and let them know that he's getting ready to go and put some flyers out for the open mic for hip hop night at the bar. Miss Shirley tries to offer him a drink, and he turns it down. Bean. Yeah, Jim Bean. He turns it down. So we see that Lou's trying to get clean, but at some point, did we get lost in the translation of Lou being an alcoholic?
No. I don't think so. I kind of saw it like it was being a problem for him because he was just trying to bury. He was trying to bury his emotions with Raq.
Yeah, I just thought it was.
It's a stretch, but I get it.
Well, I don't think he feels like he's an alcoholic, but I think he still hurt or feels bad about messing up with Jukebox audition, and that was alcohol. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't think he feels like he's an alcoholic, but I think he really wants this club to work, and he doesn't want to get sidelined with the alcohol. That's my opinion. I don't think he feels like he's an alcoholic. I think he just says for right now, like, this is a real important night. We got this open mic night. I put a lot into it. This is really going to like set it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think that's what it is. I don't think he feels like he's an alcoholic.
I think it's a combination of both. He was drunk in every episode.
Yeah.
I got you. All right. So what do we think about Cafe Vous? Do you think, for some reason, I feel like something gonna happen to Miss Shirley? I don't know why, but I feel like something gonna happen to Miss Shirley and Lou's gonna have to take over this bar fully. You know, for some reason, I don't see her being around much longer.
Well, she keeps telling us that, right? She keeps saying it.
Yeah.
She keeps telling us. Yeah. So she's sort of kind of already set the stage and put that out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That, you know, I ain't gonna be here much longer. I need y'all to take over. I feel better with this being in your hands. Yeah, I only got a few more. Like, she's setting the stage. Now, I think that she gonna leave before she think. I don't think she gonna leave the way she wanna leave. I do think it's gonna be violently. I agree. I think something's gonna happen, and I think she's gonna get caught in the crossfire. I do believe. That's my opinion. I think.
Nah. I'll speak on that once we get to that. Though.
Yeah, save that comment, Wells, because we got some things to talk about with that. I got some theories on that too.
Yeah.
All right.
So we see. How everybody know where the fuck Raq live. That's all I want to know. But anyway.
Yeah, everybody know where she live at, and she just moved there, right?
Shoot, Ronnie crazy ass probably told her where she lived, but
Ronnie don't told everybody in the neighborhood where Raq live at. How he know where she live? Well, I guess he followed Unique there. That's how he found out. All right, so you got Famous out here. You know, he was trying to collect the proceeds from the runners. You know, he's trying to keep the business going while Kanan has been kind of diverted back to living at home or whatever. So he's trying to do his best to keep the business going in spite of the fact that he doesn't want to be part of the business. And we see that the feds run down on Famous and they yoke him up, take him down for questioning. But oddly enough, they didn't have any questions about the drug dealing. they had questions about the whole Freddie situation. So it makes me wonder about that whole situation because they didn't mention anything about the money or him trapping out there in front of the building or anything. Xavier says probably the Yellow Pages, right? We looked up Rock's address. And,
I was thinking.
I feel like Rock would have an unlisted phone number in the Yellow Pages.
That's true. I figured they didn't bring up the drug because they didn't want to put it out there that they investigate, like they watching. So I'm thinking that's why they ain't want to alert Famous to, you know what I'm saying, knowing there's a whole task force watching them or whatnot. So they was, I think what dude was trying to do was going to try to get him with that Freddie situation and then try to, you know what I'm saying, trying to make him flip. I'm like, okay, so now what's, you know, A and B, you out there with this, where this coming from, etc. or whatnot. I think that's what they was trying to whatchamacallit. It's how I looked at it.
Try to use an angle on him.
Yeah, because all this time, why they just now going after him for Freddie?
Right.
Yeah, I didn't understand this either. I
understand it either because
I understand this whole jump to Freddie. Like, what? Freddie's dead. Why are we talking about Freddie?
Freddie's dead.
And we didn't really see them other than Garcia going there and questioning the old man. We really didn't see them actively investigating this case. So it's very unusual to see that they would have questions for Famous about this because it seemed like they all focus on this FBI investigation. So the fact that they still got questions about the whole Freddie situation, let me know that Famous, it ain't looking too good for you, brother.
Yeah, maybe they trying to tie everything together. Maybe they just like, maybe to tie. Yeah, maybe they try to tie everything together and then use him, to try to tie things together. So that's the only thing I got out of it because Freddie was a low life punk.
Yep, and he deserved what he got. Well, yeah. I mean, he was going around sticking up people, and he had already sticked them up earlier in the episode. So it's kind of you live that life, you die by that life.
Low life punk, but that is an indicator that Famous your day is numbered, buddy.
Yeah, that's a big indicator. But who else was proud of Famous on how he handled himself? He handled himself real good over there.
Oh, he didn't even sweat.
Yeah, he didn't sweat.
I'm trying to figure who snitched on him though.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
I was trying to figure that out, like how they
was it the old man?
When it was the old man in the hall, right?
It had to be the old man.
Him, the old man said he ain't seen nothing.
But I wish they had showed us because it just seemed random. It was so random.
But it was the old man. But from the first incident, I'm assuming when Kanan went over there, it was like punching his lights out. Like maybe from that time, because he said we got you placed here at an incident. The incident was reported.
It was two. It was two incidents. That incident they had reported it, but they were there for the body. Those were homicide detectives. They showed up for the body when the man dropped, and we didn't see the old man give up any intel or whatever case may be. So I just feel like they actively investigating the case, and they probably shook somebody down in the neighborhood and got someone to say that they saw Famous over there or whatever the case may be. But to me, this is a plot device that's being planted to let us know that Famous is getting ready to have some problems.
Yeah,
that's for sure. Because that's what I was trying to figure out. Because I remember the old dude did. So
yeah, because he was the one who went to go see the old man.
He sure did. That's right. He sure did. And the old man again told him, said like, "Nah, I forgot what he said. Somehow he ain't hear it or something like that." I remember. That's right. He sure did go. Matter of fact, hold up. You just, bro. That's how I know I wasn't paying attention. Because that's whole time I'm thinking that's the
FBI. No, that's the man that went to go see. That was the man that was originally investigating the homicide.
I didn't even peep that.
Yeah, that's all.
Attention. Okay.
So Marvin over here trying to get his siblings back together. Shout out to Marvin. Marvin trying to put his family back together. He went over there to tell Rock about Lou's big night and that how she need to come down there and show good faith and try to work out their problems. She like, muck you, Lou. She was like, muck you, Lou. I ain't going over there or whatever. Then, of course, she was like, listen, I got problems of my own. She was like, basically, listen, I'm having more trouble out here trying to do things the legit way than I did when I was out here in these streets, whatever. And she tells Marvin about the cops shaking her down. And at this point, I thought that she was going to solicit Marvin to, get rid of him. And this is where we also learned that Marvin had been getting work from Dean.
Yep.
And of course, he told Raq about what had happened to Dean and whatever the case may be. So I think they're going to end up working together. They're going to end up working together to dead Raq's problems, literally, with the feds.
Mm-hmm. Because so he was like, "Oh, cops did this." That to me, that was an indicator.
Marvin is MVP this season. So far.
He's the
Listen, I am so loving Marvin
character.
I am so listen. I am loving Marvin. I'm so loving.
It's crazy how him and Lou switch roles kind of a little bit because Marvin was kind of like people liked Marvin in the first season, but people lean more towards Lou in the first season. Now it kind of like completely flipped. People like want to get Lou out of here. See what I'm saying? Support gaming before they get Lou out of here.
Xavier, what does Lou need to apologize first for? Because I don't feel like Lou did anything wrong.
Nah, ain't nothing.
Yeah, what does Lou need to apologize for?
There's nothing Lou needs to apologize for.
I don't think he needs to apologize for anything either. I mean, Raq was the one that was doing him dirty and sunning him. She was sunning him since season 1. She's been sunning him.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Really B was having a conversation about this earlier offline. Like, he's another one that has told her from out the gate that, he just kind of wanted to be left alone, do his music thing or whatever. She's the one who's been trying to keep him in the life or whatever. So the problems that she had with Lou is not because Lou's out here mucking up. It's because, he got one foot in the door and one foot out the door, and she keep trying to pull him in, and he don't want to be part of that.
Yep, because remember, after his house caught on fire, he told her then, I'm out.
I'm out. Yeah.
Then I'm out. And she told him no. And now it's a 180. Now that's why he was mad. Like, oh, now it's
okay for you, but it was bad for me.
Right. It's a little bit of dichotomy that comes with it because when he wanted to get out, she was telling him he ain't got nowhere to go and this and all that. Now she
said, I own you.
Respect the fact that she's out the game.
I own you, nigga.
I own you.
Right.
Yeah, I own you. Now she wants everybody to respect the fact.
Right. I wish we would have had a scene, and I mean, I know the season isn't over and we may get it, but I wish that we had a scene with Raq doubling back to Lou saying, I get it now. Like, I understand, and I'm trying to get out too. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all Lou wanted. Lou was like, look, I've done everything you wanted me to do. I'm just asking for this. And she just couldn't respect that.
We might get it next episode when they meet.
She stepped on his toes whenever she got a chance to.
Nah, she ain't stepped on his toes. She stepped on his neck. DeMarcus, why couldn't Marvin get work from Dean? Why couldn't Marvin get work from Dean, but not from Joaquin? Well, because he know that Raq and Juliana was beefing, so she had already told them that she wasn't working with them no more. That they was done with them.
Yeah,
Griselda.
Like, like you think they was gonna serve? I mean, look, prime example. Well, when y'all know, Juliana had told Ronnie, like, I'm not serving you nothing, you know what I'm saying, with your brother. So of course Juliana or Joaquin, they weren't gonna serve him when the whole time they ain't messing with Raq. So
VDJ Enlighten from Instagram says Marvin didn't eat any snacks in this episode. He did he? Yeah, Marvin, I can't stand Juliana either, she got to go too. We're gonna talk about
please take her as soon as possible.
Take her. No, he didn't eat no snacks.
After breakfast, he ain't eat.
Shout out to the 65 people that we have in the chat. We appreciate y'all coming in and supporting us. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Go ahead and take a minute and hit that like button as y'all are coming in, leaving out. We appreciate that. All right. So we also see where Ronnie and Unique are down here at the Chinese restaurant, and Unique is finally putting Ronnie on game as to what the operation is about, how the operation works, and he is, to say the least, unimpressed. He's not impressed at all. He said, "This ain't shit." He said, "This ain't shit. This ain't no money."
No.
And we see here that he's in just total disbelief that this is all that the organization got going on. He's like, "Where's the rest of the organization?" And their comments were too funny for me because you're like, what is bad enough? Two of them is worse.
Yeah.
I don't like this dude. Lady, you just don't know you don't know how true your intuition is about this nut that's standing in front of your window right now.
For sure.
But we see here, and we've been seeing it all along, but what we really see here is Ronnie just has this whole thing sewed up in his mind that this is what it is. This has to be more. He can't see past his own beliefs. He thinks that Unique is holding out on him, and the man is screaming up and down, listen, Raq is out of the game. Quit bringing her up. It's us. It's all us. You know, we have no competition right now. Like, we can take back these streets, but at the same time, this is what the move is right now. We got to move this work up out of this restaurant. We got to build this thing up, let people know that our work is here. Ronnie ain't trying to hear it.
Yeah.
What were y'all thoughts here? This is the beginning of the end for me in this episode. I knew right then and there that they were already at a point of no return.
Yeah, because like Ronnie, I always said it. Unique told him episode 1 where they was in the car. Times have changed since you've been inside. You got to change with them. Ronnie still think we supposed to have the folks on the corner. We supposed to have this big squad. We supposed to be doing this. He think money still coming in, and Unique is holding back from him. And he like, yo, like, I'm not holding back from you, bro. Like, we about to get ready to get back on top, but you being too impatient and thinking like you just gonna come right back to the situation we was before. He told him in the car, was like, yo, times has changed. The cops is on us, so we got to be more smart about how we move our product. So to him, he think it's still, and that's what happened to a lot of OGs that's been in the game. They go in, they come out, they think it's gonna be the exact same way.
It kind of put me in the mindset of like when I saw this part, and when I started thinking about it, when we was talking offline, I started thinking about Stringer and Avon conversation when Avon got out of jail, and he like, well, why we end up on these corners, and we got these corners right here, and nobody's out here on these corners, you know, and Stringer was doing things a different way, and Avon just couldn't see it. You know, and Avon ultimately, by him not being able to see it, ultimately kind of caused everything to backfire on him. And I think the same thing is going to happen. I think the same thing is going to happen with Ronnie. Ronnie's just one of them OG dudes who was supposed to be locked in for life, and he did what, 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
He did 3 years, and things change rapidly in 3 years when you're out in the street. Yeah, in 3 years when you're out in the street, and he just can't see it. He like, nah, we need to be over out here making money, hand over fist. You know, knocking people over on their heads for their corners and just bullying people the way we've been doing it, because that's what worked when he was out, but it ain't working no more. And he just can't see past it. Can't see past his own vision.
Oh, True OG, don't wait. Just wait.
Yeah, we're gonna address that, True OG. We're gonna address that. All right, we got some good comments coming in. Let's see. Ronnie's old fashioned. He's not trying to do things different. We talked about that offline. So Nicole is absolutely right about that. We talked about that offline. DeMarcus says Ronnie's very impatient. We talked about that offline.
Very.
Yeah, we're all in sync where that's concerned, because he's very much institutionalized.
Not an institutionalized bum though, but he institutionalized.
I don't know. He do look kind of broken bubby though. He do kind of look broken bubby.
Wearing the same damn clothes he got since he been out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He bubby. So Xavier right about that, because look, his brother in MCM and Fresh Jordans and chains and shit. Ronnie walking around here looking like Oshkosh Bagosh.
That's something that also got me too. Ass. Because I'm like, if he was only in, so we in 92, right? Mm-hmm. So he been away for 3 years. So what? He got locked up, what, 88? 89? So the fashion couldn't have been that much different. Off. Like that fashion, like how Unique is dressed was popping around then. So I can't see Ronnie dressing like that before he went in 88, 89, yo. Like, I don't
Ronnie could have been.
He might have, so he didn't, you know what I'm saying, fit that stereotype, but it's just, I'm thinking like, yo, that's
a white K-Swiss, right? They could at least have been some Air Force Ones or something, right? Yeah. Yo, But I chalk that up as to, I guess this is just the way he likes to dress. You know,
I was about to say he dressed like that because he likes to dress like that.
Yeah, he's not
That's
a
the
hot
way
boy.
he likes to dress. You got some people that like to flash and stuff like that. You got some people that you wouldn't even think they was a drug dealer until he pulls up with that music, with that ominous music. But I think he just like dressing like that.
Flash, pizzazz.
Yeah.
Some people like to show their money. He don't.
Yeah, he ain't got no kind of style about him, whatever. But one of the things I do like about Unique, because even though Unique is kind of down out right now, he ain't really showing it. You know, he ain't really showing it, but he's keeping up his appearance. He's keeping up his name ring out in the streets. So, you know, he can't be out here looking all broken bummy or whatever the case may be. You know, he got the chains, he got the MCM, he got the fresh Jordans, he got the fly car. So, you know, that's Unique's calling card. And I guess the same can be said about Ronnie. That's his calling card. I guess he thinks that he blends in the plain sight, but his broke bummy ass.
Standing there with your shoulders all hunched over like this, looking like a damn serial killer.
Yeah.
All you need is the Michael Myers mask or the Jason mask, and that's it.
For real. All right, over here at Pebbles Studio, it's starting off rough for the girls already. They first rehearsal is starting off rough. We see that Aisha is having some trouble with the choreography and the dance steps. She can't sing and dance. And, you know, there's a lot of artists out here that can't sing and dance, but Pebbles come in and see that she's struggling. I really don't know what the lady name is, but I'm going to call her Pebbles because that's who she acting like.
I like Pebbles. We're going to stick with that.
Damn self.
Yeah, well, Pebbles, Lady Diddy, Pebbles, that's what she is.
Yeah.
She came in, she wasn't having none of that. She like, oh, it's still early enough for me to replace you. So you better get it together, or you be going back to where you came from.
Hey, shout out to the old school dance steps they was doing in there, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how we know it's SWV.
And the Crystal girl, you know, she tried to co-sign instead of, you know, Juke kind of stayed out of it. You know, she really didn't try to take up for the girl or whatever. She really didn't get involved. But at the same time, she didn't gaslight the situation like Crystal did. Crystal kind of gaslight. Yeah, she's messing me up. Or whatever the case might be. So I don't know what we're gonna do about Pebbles. What do we think is gonna happen with her other than her? She gonna run off with these girls' money or whatever? Do you think she gonna get dropped off?
I don't think she's gonna get. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna get dropped off. I just think she's gonna run off with the money, and that's gonna be kind of it. That's gonna push Juke further and further away from her chasing her dreams. She's gonna go towards something else. And I think this is just one more thing that Juke is not going to be able to have in life.
I don't think she's going to run off with their money. I think what's going to end up happening is it's going to get to a situation to where, like, either they're going to get a deal and then something going to happen and label going to either shelve them or drop them.
I don't even think they're going to make it to a label. I don't think that they're going to get signed. I mean,
what up, No Label?
What's up, No Label? Yeah, Keisha, we were trying to figure that out too. Like, why she got to be so nasty and rude? That was the exact same words I said to Really B the other night when we were texting. I was like, yo, she rude as fuck. You're like, I don't understand why she's so nasty and mean to the girls. Like, damn.
I mean, I guess that's how they was.
Cutthroat business, probably. This is the way they was back then. You know, cutthroat business. It's like one of the things, like, if we can get this opportunity to anybody else. So I can talk to you the way I want to talk to you because I'm giving you the opportunity.
Yo, Xavier, that's a good point. Maybe Crystal will end up getting signed and the other girls will get dropped.
Could be.
That's a good twist.
That's a good twist.
I like that.
That's definitely a good twist. Matter of fact, now that you say that, that's what might end up happening. There might be end up being tension between Juke and Aisha, because Juke ain't say her feelings for or whatever, and then that's when Pebbles just gonna be like, you know what, I had enough of you two, and
she gonna put both of them out.
Yeah, she gonna put both of them out and just sign Crystal, because she never. I don't think Pebbles really even knows Juke's sexuality, right? She just looks at her as a tomboy.
As a tomboy,
yeah, as a tomboy.
So that might be the kicker right there. Is when she
there you go, you on to it. That's it. It.
She finds out her sexuality, because remember back then, all that stuff was hitting.
Yeah, that was taboo.
Like, oh nah, you got to go. So that might end up what it is.
Especially if it be a situation where she walk in on them having some type of intimate moment or something like that. Yeah, she gonna kick both of them out the group. I can see that happening.
This dumbass.
So this Kanan.
How did we start disliking Kanan? Like, this is crazy. How did it
Because
start?
you know why? Tariq St. Patrick 2.0. That's why we started disliking Kanan.
Man, because
he's not acting like Tariq.
I don't really like this dude no more, man.
In season 5 and season 6, he's really reminded me of Tariq in season 5, where he was just rebellious. And he tried to slap up Tasha and took the gun to school and all that. He really reminds me of Tariq from season 5.
What I didn't understand from that whole scene, how you mad at Famous? And like, bruh, he running it like that could have been you that could have got caught.
I don't understand
it. Mad at Famous, that's a part of the game. So
I don't understand.
Like, why
you know what? You know what it probably is.
When you out here moving in plain sight, you out here in front of your building, trapping, handing out work, picking up money. Like you're too expected to get rolled up.
It ain't necessarily this. It's about them living together, and he see how Famous is with not getting up and putting in the work that he's putting in, with him letting his mom in, stuff like that. It's, to me, I think it's like a build up. So now it don't matter what Famous do, he can't do it right because of everything else that it took place that got him up to this point. I don't think anything Famous could do is going to be right for Kanan.
That's true. I didn't even think about it like that. That's definitely true. That's definitely true. But like you said, see, dumb. Like, right in front of your building. Your mom schooled you to the game, bruh. Like, she showed you the ins and outs, etc. But you so busy trying to prove a point.
Yeah.
That your man just got locked up. And instead of you be like, all right, I'm about to be more discreet. I'm about to chill. You right back in front of the crib in broad daylight, handing off a package to the couriers like ain't nothing going on.
Like y'all just didn't get rolled up on. Like you just didn't get rolled up on.
Rule number 1, you don't serve where you live. You don't serve where you sleep. You, like, of course, anybody could roll up on y'all because y'all right there in broad daylight. Like,
yeah, and I didn't know where the stash at.
Yeah. And that's how you get robbed. That's how you get robbed. That's how you get robbed. Especially after your mom showed you that she had took her operation off of the streets. She had took her operation off of the street. That was the whole purpose of her moving into Baisley, was because she didn't want to be out in plain sight. And you out here doing the same thing, trying to act like you're doing it better. But Mark, you are absolutely right. He's dogging Famous with Famous chain on. His anger is directed at the wrong direction. And because Famous has been a fuck up, he holds it against him. I agree. He's directing all of his anger towards Famous, but your man's told you from jump, I ain't want no part of this. He want to do that.
He told him.
He told him straight up.
And that's why I'm saying, like, by him laying down and Kanan feels as though he making all the moves and this and that. First of all, that was Famous spot anyway. So let's start with that. You know what I'm saying? So, but since he's not moving to the same beat as Kanan, Famous can't do nothing right.
Yep.
But Famous told him, I don't want to do this and I'm not good at it.
Yep.
Yeah, he just want to right around to smoke.
He forced him.
That's right. He said, I just want to get high and rap. And for real, I really want to go back home. Like, for real, I really want to go back home.
You want to go back home?
Right.
And he said, nah, you gonna do this. Like, bro. But this part right here, this how I knew Ronnie hadn't paid attention to whatchamacallit was kicking to him, to what Unique was kicking to him, how the times had changed. Cause it's 92, and the first thing he says to him is he think he getting his hair on from Unique, and I was like, ain't no in '92. I was like,
Yeah.
they not moving.
Right.
Like,
Right, like, dude, nobody is selling heroin. Like, what are you doing?
and that's how I knew right then and there he was not paying attention and listening to what Unique was telling him, because he was like, you get your work from Unique, like, where you getting your heroin from? That's why when Kanan gave him that face, like, heroin, like,
yeah, he's like, ain't nobody got that.
ain't nobody buying no. And that's how
Ain't nobody who said anything about heroin.
Oh my God,
Right.
he's talking like oh
Not only does that let you know that Ronnie is not with the times, that also lets you know that Ronnie is not believing anything that anybody is telling him, because everybody that he has talked to, from Dean to Juliana to the other guy, the guy and his wife, everybody told him the same thing. Right, like Unique, even, you know, like they said, you need to check with Unique, you need to talk to Unique, like everybody is trying to tell him, and he's not believing, because the fact that you thought that he got that package from Unique tells me you think Unique is still out here or
sidelining you. It's sidelining you.
Yeah, because even when he said he told Unique you got money from somewhere, yeah, because he got money. That don't mean he got on.
He's holding out on you. They don't mean
You're
he's
right.
holding out on you. He got money. He got funds already from when he was working or whatever.
Right, because we see him taking that money from under the bed. He got money. Not Ronnie's the man. Ronnie's a serial killer is what Ronnie is.
No, Ronnie is not the man, Sam. No.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the social worker that popped up over at Rock's house. I mean, damn, she ain't waste no time carrying her ass.
Man, I knew that was gonna happen. Ding dong.
She got over there real quick. She's like, "Yo, let me come over here and check out what's going on."
See what's good.
Rock comes to the door like a good doting mother. I'm sorry, can you go home right now? Can you come back later? She was like, "Nah, I'll wait."
Nah, I'll post up. What you got to eat in here?
Right.
Yeah, but DeMarcus, I don't know what y'all saying. Ronnie is that guy. Ronnie is a problem, and we need to get rid of him because he's a problem for the family.
He is.
Yeah, he's a problem for the family. We got to get him. We got to get him up out of here quick.
The sooner the better.
Rock tried to hold her composure, but I don't know who said it. Somebody I was talking to last night, might have been Shane I was talking to last night, that said that Rock is getting everything she deserved with this situation. So, you know, we don't feel bad for what she got to go through with the social worker because she set the play in motion.
Not at all.
When she put that hammer in Kanan's backpack, I mean, this part of the consequences cost of doing business at this point. So, you know, she's sitting here trying to lie her way out of this situation, but really, she doesn't have any control over Kanan. And, you know,
I was
Kanan
just about to get ready to say that.
He's real reckless right now. So
she thought she was going to regain control.
Some shit with the social worker.
Yeah, I think it was because she might not have she probably didn't expect the social worker to come like that early. Because remember, she tried to get some information from her, like, okay, so when the next time you coming or whatever.
So she could be prepared.
Yeah, so she could be prepared. I think that's what it caught her off guard. She always like to be prepared. So the fact that social worker just popped up on her, she's like, oh man, like, but this right here for me, which I didn't understand, would have been, I'll say it once we get to that scene. It would have been.
Hey, Nicole, that's a good observation. Notice the chessboard right there on the coffee table. That's a good observation, Nicole. We know that Kanan plays chess.
I'm about to say Kanan plays chess.
Yep, that's a good that's a good observation. True OG, you right. Rock was saying all the wrong shit, talking about he was with his friends from the old neighborhood, and the social worker put her on game with that. Like, well, do you think he need to be hanging with these same friends and he bringing guns and stuff to school? Like,
that influence them.
He need to make some new friends in the new neighborhood.
And she brought up something that I thought about last week, but I forgot to say it in my review. The minute they find out her new address, that's all the more reason. Like, I'm telling you, in real time, they would have kicked him out of school on GP. Like, yeah, you might have got out of a criminal charge, but you don't even live in these in these streets. In this address anymore. So we're gonna send you to your neighborhood school. Like, they would have kicked his ass out of school and sent him to his neighborhood school.
Hey, that's a good point. Ronnie is going to start taking on his brother's persona. I don't know if Breeze is born, but I do feel like in some way, form, or fashion, Ronnie is going to slowly but surely adopt some of Unique's persona. Hence him taking the chain.
I don't think so. And I'm gonna say this out loud. Ronnie is not Breeze.
Yeah, he's not Breeze.
He's not Breeze. I'll give you 1,000,001 answers on why he's not Breeze. He's not Breeze. But I don't think he's gonna pull that persona.
I don't know how much of this are we even interested in, other than we know that there's a contentious relationship with Rock's mother and the kids. Whatever, Lou goes over to the house to pick up some of his daddy's records. Reminds me of that episode of Sanford and Son. I want my daddy's records.
I want my daddy's records back. That's my favorite Sanford and Son episode.
Yeah,
I want my daddy's records back.
I want my daddy's records. Yo.
Blind, was it Blind Mellow Jelly?
Blind Mellow Jelly, yeah. I want my daddy's records. So we see the mama.
Ooh, that's a good point. He took the chain to give to Juliana. Oh,
as evidence that Unique has been deleted. That's a real good one, Mark. That's a real good one.
Because that's basically what she was telling. She was telling Ronnie, get rid of Unique and we can talk.
We can talk. So the mama's sitting over here hooping and hollering about how nobody don't come and see about her, nobody don't take care of her. Who gonna help me? She needs some funds, pay these bills, get some groceries or whatever. Lou gave her a stack that he probably didn't have to give her, but he gave her a stack because he got tired of her noise or whatever the case may be. But she was basically, go ahead, B.
Why all of them just walk around with like you just
rubber
happen to have this, that, but like Rock does the same thing. She just be having bundles. Like, do they sit at home and count that shit out before they leave the house and put it in their pocket just in case? Because they all do it.
That's how it was back in the day.
To be honest, there's probably still drug dealers to this day that still do that. That's just the way drug dealers move. I'm not even lying to you. They rubber band the money and they put it in their pocket, and they know exactly how much this stack is right here. And then they probably got another stack. They know how much this stack is right here. That's how they move.
So the mama makes it come,
but we never see them do like. I get that part, but I'm saying like it just be like boom, boom. Like y'all never need to know which one it is. Anyway, never mind. It's just an observation. Go ahead.
Think about it like this. So let's think about it like this. Like you take that stack out, you go out, you spend however much money. The next day, you go on your stash, you get a little bit more, add to that stack, and you right back out in the street with that stash. It's like you gonna have it in the shoebox under your bed or something. So it's not like they going to the bank to get the money. Like
it's just funny to me to watch. It's just funny to watch it. That's all. But go ahead. That's just me.
Okay, so VDJ Enlightened from Instagram is saying that she drove the father to drink. So we did hear her make a comment to Lou in this scene that he's going to end up being unalive like his father. And I was waiting for him to turn around and say, "No, Daddy didn't die from drinking. He died from you."
Your head.
That's what I was waiting for him to say. I was waiting for him to say, "No,
you're crazy."
He did, though. I thought that's what he said.
No, he didn't say that. He just said he ain't died from music.
He just said he didn't die from drinking. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought.
So, but he didn't die from music. Have they ever made it known what the father died from?
No.
I don't think they said it. Yeah.
I think
not Ronnie and Juliana gonna be a power couple. Please.
I think he might have unalived himself.
That's what I was thinking too, B.
Because when Lou was talking to the barkeep, and he said something about, well, you can't blame that for made him do what he did to himself or something like that. One of them said something about what he did to himself. So that made me think that maybe he unalived himself, but I don't know that to be a fact. Yeah.
That definitely could have been it. I just realized this was Howard whole scene, the entire episode.
Yeah, and he was over here. He was over here.
And at the end, when he was talking to Rock,
he ain't talking.
No, that was last week. That was last week. Never mind. That was last week.
But he over here fishing for, the 411. He's trying to find out what's going on with the task force and how close they get into, the answers or whatever. And he's like, oh, well, let me go ahead. Of course, they tell him about this whole crown thing ain't holding up out here in these streets. He's like, well, let me just ask around and see what I can find out about it. But Howard, you need to get your nose up out of this business. You need to back your nose up out of this business, sir. Because the more you start snooping around, the more they're going to put the spotlight on you, sir. And I feel like Howard going to end up going down for all this.
I was about to get ready to say, I think this is going to be like the beginning and the end for Howard.
Yeah. Because they're going to get him for suppressing evidence. They may even find out that he deleted Bert. Like, it ain't looking good for Howard. All right, here we go.
Take them both.
Take them both. Take both of them right now.
Let's start with Griselda first.
Right now, take both of them.
Let's start with Griselda first.
Let's start with Miss Dangerous.
And then hair.
Okay, so Apollonia is going into her house.
And disrespect my girl, Apollonia.
Apollonia from Purple Rain. What she do?
She got the same hair though. That's what it was. That's what it was. Hair.
All she needs is a little corset, a little black corset, and a little cape. Look at her.
Like that, bro.
She's like she's a shit.
I don't like it. I don't like her character.
I don't like her at all. I mean, like, she's doing too much, but she don't got her some new clothes, some makeup on. She's just doing the thing. And
right.
Once again, we see Ronnie show up somewhere where he don't even supposed to be at, harassing this woman for work. And basically, she all.
How do you know where she live at?
So he following everybody.
Because she is a stalker. That is what stalkers do.
Yep. Yeah, that's what stalkers do. Yeah.
That is what stalkers do.
Linger out in front of people's houses.
One thing I didn't understand about this though was, I'm like, yo, if you're this quote unquote big time drug dealer, how you just out by yourself walking to the crib? Like,
where is the protection?
One bodyguard, nothing. Like you dolo like that, just walking to the crib. Like that's the part I didn't understand about it. I'm just like, where's your protection, like, or whatnot? I know a lot of people, because I've seen people say it on the comments, where this is what made Ronnie unalive Unique. I don't think so, because he was 100% adamant about that's still my brother. Like he's gonna be here, regardless. Like so. I think he didn't have those intentions on doing that, but because he reiterated like 3 times, that's still my brother. He gonna be here. So I think he was probably catching hints from her at what she was alluding to, and was like, nah, that's my brother. Like you could just deal with me. He ain't got nothing to do with this or whatever. So I don't think she pushed him into doing what he did.
No, I think that was impulse. I think he just lost it. Unique beat his ass. And he was like, hell no, I'm getting my lick.
It was ego.
It was just, that anger got the best of him.
The ego and that pride pushed up.
Yeah, I think that was definitely impulsive. I don't think that was premeditated. Now I think it was inevitable. I think it was going to eventually happen, but I don't think that was premeditated.
DeMarcus, thank you for the super chat. Do y'all think Raq is lonely like her mother Joyce Thomas before Unique came into the picture?
No.
I think so. I think
her
was she was living in that big house. She wanted her son. She wanted her family to be together. So I think it made it easier for her to turn to Unique because, she really didn't have nobody riding with her at that moment. Everybody was kind of turning against her except for Marvin and Juke.
Yeah. And remember, like Kanan was her best friend. You know what I mean? Like
she loved her son. She loved her son.
I feel
True G, yes.
True G, we say the same thing. We say the same
we were talking about this last night offline. Matter of fact, we had a video and stuff going around where she was getting beat up about her husband. But yeah, what we pretty much chalked it up to is the fact that she's upset with Raq. She's a little bit jealous of Raq, and she's a little bit upset with Raq at the same time because she felt like Raq was supposed to have had her back and deleted Unique for kidnapping her out of that bodega or whatever. She felt like Raq didn't handle that situation the right way. So because of that, she just like turned against Raq because she felt like Raq didn't have her back.
Yeah. But to go back real quick before we go forward, I don't feel like she was lonely because remember, for one, she had what was his name? Symphonique, whatever his name was, Symphony.
She ran him off.
She pushed him off. But remember, she was still in the old house before she even moved fully into the big house. So I don't think she was lonely. I think it was just more so like, because matter of fact, hold on, wasn't it? I feel like it was somebody else in between Symphony. No?
Nah, it wasn't. Cartier was trying it.
Cartier, yeah.
Yeah, he was trying
always
it.
there, and she was, I don't know. But I don't feel like she was lonely.
Though. I think it was part of it because, well, before she moved into the big house, she was still heavy in the game too. So she kind of like always had something to do. Now that she's out, she didn't really have much to do. So I think that was part of her being lonely and wanted Kanan. I mean, she definitely wanted Kanan to come back, but now more so than ever to keep an eye on him. And she's out of the game now, so her attention is not fully in the streets anymore.
That's true.
Yeah, and she's trying to get her son back. She's trying to, her son going rogue out here in these streets or whatever. She's really trying to get her son back under control. So to me, that is her primary focus, along with her being out of the game or whatever. So her loneliness is not necessarily for that type of companionship. Her loneliness is centered around the fact that her child ain't home, and she want a child home with her.
Meanwhile, her child back being dumb again.
Yeah, meanwhile, her child back at the Roach Motel being dumb again, taking orders. Just like Famous come in, like, yo, what's good, bro? Like,
why you ain't?
Yeah, you didn't even come see about me, but old boy on the scooter last week got roped up. You said, get him out. Like, I'm your man's, and you stay here at my place. You even come check on me.
I was so glad that Famous said that though.
It
was 100% true because I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking when he went to the block and he was like, yo, Famous got roped up. I was thinking like, okay, he about to get ready to try to go get him out.
Get his man.
Whatever. Yeah. Instead, he got mad and like Famous came in like, bro, like really? You about to like other dude is cool. You got him out, but you don't even care about me.
Kanan is out of pocket and Famous need to grow some balls. That's it.
That's true.
Kanan is way out of pocket because he's bullying Famous to be something that he don't want to be. And since he can't, since Famous can't move like him because he's just not good at it, he's upset.
Like
he ain't good at it.
Like Mark said earlier, his anger is misdirected.
It's misdirected, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Mark said it. Kanan said, in the heat of a fight, you forget who you fighting. Exactly.
Okay.
Kanan is turning into his mom. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what, True OG, we've said that all along, that if she would have kept it 100 with Kanan, she wouldn't have the problems that she's having him right now. Because even when that episode she bought him the car, and he asked about Burke, and she lied again. Like, I don't understand why she just don't be truthful with him. He's in the game now. Is going back to one of the things that Tariq was most upset with Ghost about was like, you keep lying to me like everything all good, but like you're not keeping it 100 with me, but you expect me to keep it 100 with you. So that's part of Rock's downfall with Kanan, is that she just won't be honest with the boy. And she lies so well. She lies so well that she expects everyone to believe her lies.
Yeah.
And she think that her lies is enough to cover the situation when it's not. But I'm telling you, Kanan keep giving Famous these looks. I'm telling you, he's going to end up deleting him. Or either he's going to put hands on the boy again. He's going to put hands on the boy again.
He's going to put hands on him.
He definitely put hands on him.
He's going to put hands on him again.
Next episode looked like he throw him out the Roach Motel. So
how you gonna throw him out of his place?
I don't know. But I was still shocked that he told him about
Freddie.
I was shocked.
He told about Freddie.
You know what I thought was gonna happen though when he told him about Freddie? I thought Kanan was gonna think like, oh yeah, you took him out.
I did too.
You put that strap in my bag. That's where I thought it was gonna go.
I did too.
That's where I thought it was gonna go, but it didn't. And I was shocked by that. I was for sure, like, as soon as he said, I'm the one who took out Freddie, and he was sitting there looking, and I was like, oh, he about to say, yo, you put that strap in my bag. But
so you put the strap in my bag, and now you got me living with my mother?
I don't know about that, Nicole. I feel like she knew, even before she had that conversation with Howard about Bert, because even when she asked Howard about it, he lied to her. But I feel like Rock knew all along that.
But he
Howard
asked
had
about Scrap too. Remember, he asked
Yeah.
about Scrap.
That's what
And
That's what
Lulu
made him
told
get
him
out
what
the
really
car.
happened with Scrap.
When he
Yeah.
asked about Scrap, that's what made him
Scrap.
get out the car.
That's
Yeah,
what
he
did it.
asked about Burke and Scrap. Yep.
Yeah, because Lulu told him when they were sitting there and they was drinking, it was like, she messed up when it came down to Scrap. So he already knew what had happened.
Cubs talking about he paid the deposit. He not only paid the deposit, he paid the bills too. That's Kanan's place, right?
Yeah, you kind of had a point. I didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah, I think next week he tells him about the weapon.
Yeah.
So we see Rock is going to pay her respects at Dean's homegoing and gives Dean's grandmother. She gives Dean's grandmother an envelope with some money in it. We see Unique show up for the memorial as well. So everybody in the neighborhood are paying their respects to Dean's.
Yeah. So this right here, this is when I thought, Rock paid the bills. Kanan has a turn. Nah,
he was in the episode where he had that bag full of money.
Yeah, I was about to say Kanan been paying on that.
Well, actually, he's kind of right though, because
that's from Rock's work.
That first round of bills that Kanan paid over there, he stole that money from Baisley.
He stole that from Rock. Yeah,
he stole that money from Baisley, and he stole the work. So yeah, Rock been paying the bills.
That's true.
Rock pay everybody bills. Rock got that long money that don't fold up, man. I need some of that money that Rock got, yo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, Fresh. You were getting ready to break this thing down, bro.
Oh, I was just saying, like, right here where both of them are talking, and I realized, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, tell Rock, Ronnie out here wilding, he breaking street codes. So when she said to him that he have to pay, somebody gonna have to pay for the rules.
So the stuff that he breaks.
I was right then. That's what made me think, like, okay, like I know I felt like she was kind of like giving him like not saying a green light to take him out, but like giving him like an idea, like, yo, something you might
send
have
him back to jail.
Yeah, like, or something gotta happen, or because Rock could set something up in a heartbeat to get it.
That's why I'll get ready to say Rock will pull a fast one on you in a minute.
And that's what I thought she was about to tell him. Like, she was about to tell him like something like, hey, this how we about to move it. Like, because he out here, whatchamacallit.
But I feel like if there would have been anybody else, she would have. But because that's his brother, she didn't really want to cross that line, because it's going back to the same thing she told Famous last week. Don't get involved in family business. So I feel like, she's trying to plant the seed in Unique that you got to do something about your brother. But she's not necessarily telling him to delete him, but she's like, listen, you got to take control of the situation.
Yeah, because the street still got the rules.
I always wondered if Grandma knew about Dean, them giving her money at the funeral answers my question. Yeah, I felt like she probably knew that her grandson was out here slapping and trapping.
She like, shoot, in your windows, all episodes.
Yep, all episodes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, all in your windows. Hey, Sweet Pea, we appreciate that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and thank you for showing support. Y'all make sure y'all take some time to hit that like button if y'all haven't already. All right, but ask yourself, if you commit a crime and someone asks, are you going to tell it? No, you won't. Yeah, but when you in the life with someone and they know, at this point, there is no hiding from day one. Kanan knew that his family was in the life when we go back to episode 1, season 1, when she was with High Post and they was cutting the work up at the kitchen table. He came home beat up and she got the batteries. You knew your family a gangster. You knew your family is gangster. You know they out here deleting people or whatever the case may be. At this point in the game, because of the way the boy is acting, you need to be a little bit more. You can't treat him like he's a kid anymore. He got bodies on him.
Because he's growing up fast.
Yeah, he's growing up fast. You even solicited his help to try to unalive Howard.
I was about to say, not only that, you showed him the game. You showed the boy how to shoot. You took him out in the middle of the night, showed
at the
him
beach
how to shoot.
Yep.
You showed him, because you told him.
You took him to the spot, showed him the work.
Game, let me school you. This is
took
how
him to the spot, showed him the work.
Go. Took
him to the warehouse and told him to put 2 in the chest and where the nigga used to think at. So I mean, this is a product.
You gave him the green light.
It's crazy, Mob.
All right, this fool's in here watching the fish, eating the fish, wanting to eat the fish. I don't know what he was doing.
I think he wanted to eat the fish, like stick his hand in the water and just eat it.
Yes, just eat it. Yeah, just get his Jeffrey Dahmer on.
Right.
Perness would come home like, "What you doing here? Like, why are you here?" And he don't even respond to her other than saying, "What did he say?" He said something about Raq again.
Oh, he said because she said, "I thought your brother gave you work." And then she said, "Where's Unique at?" And that's when he said, "Probably out smashing Raq." And
what
you say? And he just
he had already told Unique that he lived between Raq's legs.
He just kept on feeding the fish, and then he walked off like he ain't say nothing.
Like,
right there.
Whatever happens to her happens. I'm with Really B. Because she should have been packed her baby up and got out of New York. She should have been gone. She should have been all the way to South Carolina, North Carolina,
wherever.
I'm gonna say with this scene here, because I've seen people say
he does torture her. He mentally tortures her because he plants those little seeds, those little innuendos in her head, and just watch her suffer with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with you on that, Cub Star. He's abusing her mentally.
But here's why I feel like he did that. I don't think he was snitching. I think he was doing that to try to, because he felt that Unique was messing with Raq. Raq wasn't out the game. Raq was telling him what to do. So he felt that was his way of pulling Unique back in to say like, yo, all right, this is what it is. Forget Raq, or we'll take out Raq, etc. Whatever. I think that's why he kept dropping those little whatchamacallit, because remember at the end, he said, "I'm the big dog." So he was trying to show him like, yo,
I'm the man.
This is how it's gonna roll. So I mean, he was dry snitching though, but I think that's why, in a sense, that's why he was dry snitching. Like that's why he was doing all of that, to try to show him, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm trying to get your head not in the game right now. So let me do all this to get your head back in the game. Because he told him that outside the Chinese store. He said, your head is between Raq's legs. You ain't even thinking about what's going on out here in the streets.
Right. All right, so Raq comes into the kitchen. She tries to tell Kanan about the social worker's visit and how he needs to be home at curfew time because the social worker going to come back unannounced, and that if he is not there the next time that social worker come through, that he's going to a boy's home. And he seemed unbothered, uninterested, and
I feel like this is when Raq should have got serious and should have just said, you know
Raq
what?
should have knocked the shit out of him.
That's why
Raq should have smacked that bowl of cereal out his hand.
Yep.
That's what I thought was going to happen. I thought she was going to slap him. And I also thought she was going to say to him, like, you know what? All right, cool. Go ahead, do whatever you do. But when you get locked up, don't call me from jail. I'm not bailing you out. Marv's not bailing you out. Lou's not bailing. Nobody's gonna bail you out. You don't want to listen? Okay, cool. Like, we tried to help you. You want to be hard-headed? Okay, cool. Go ahead and don't come back. When they send you to jail, they send you to jail.
That's right. Don't call for me because I can't do nothing for you.
What up, Lady V? That's what I thought. But
What's
yeah, I
going
would
on,
really
Lady V?
be.
Yeah, she should have smacked that bowl into his face.
And then he sips the cereal milk. That would have just pissed.
He's not bothered at all. Unbothered.
It pissed me off.
Yeah, shirt because I didn't stop.
That's what she needed to. She should have gave that nigga a 2-piece. Oh, you ain't gonna listen to me? All right, I got you. I'll be right back.
But remember, she promised him. Remember,
somebody said earlier in the comments, I think it might have been Mark that said, do we think that she's going to end up losing, or maybe Xavier, or do we think that Raq's going to end up losing custody of Kanan? I mean, even if he goes to the boys' home, they ain't going to change.
I'm about to say he going to go to juvie.
Yeah, he going to be truancy anyway.
Yeah, he definitely going to juvie.
I mean, he'll go to juvie. He probably, but see, I think that's gonna, if he do and he go to juvie, that's about to wake him up because he ain't built like he think he built.
Penny for my thoughts on this, but I think that after next week when he meets with Snaps and Pop, and when Snap tells him that his mom is good at what she do, I think somehow, some way, he's going to start softening up on Raq. He's still going to try to do his own thing, but I think he's going to try to learn more from his mother. I think somehow, some way they're gonna get back. They're gonna have a team up. It's probably to take Ronnie crazy ass up out of here. But I think at some point they're going to have we got to band together and work together as a family because we got a bigger threat that we got to eliminate.
That's a good whatchamacallit. Nah, matter of fact, Xavier, he can't because that's his secret. So he can't step in.
And everybody will know that that's his love child with Raq.
Yeah. So this scene here, we got Juke and Aisha working on the steps and everything. I'm trying to figure out how they get in there without Pebbles and them being there.
I think it's the same day. I think that the rehearsal was over and they just never left. Because remember, she was getting ready to leave. She was getting ready to leave. Jukebox had a bag. She was getting ready to go.
It's the same day.
I think it's the same day.
Yeah, but Juke had on... Okay.
She had on a sports bra, kind of.
Maybe she put a sweatshirt on. Because I was about to say
earlier, she was getting ready to go.
Yeah, she had like a little tank top on or a sports bra or something.
But I think she was getting ready to go. She was dressed, ready to leave. She was getting ready to leave, and she sat down and had the conversation with old girl.
Okay. Okay. I was trying to figure that out, so but here we got the whole Aisha. I think I'm trying to feel out Aisha because I'm lost. I'm like, do she like Juke? Do she not like Juke? Like, what's the situation? Because like Juke said, how we get to talking about me and my ex, like if we was talking about you.
I'm gonna ask Really B to comment on that because she had some really good points the other night when we were texting about these two.
I mean, the way I feel about it is this. I think she likes Juke. I think Juke made the same mistake that a lot of people make. Just because somebody smiles at you when you say hi to them and is open to a conversation doesn't mean they want to date you. Like the minute Kanan walked up and said, hey, and she was like, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. All of a sudden, she steps aside and gives him the freeway. And I'm like, but all she did was say hi to this dude. Like, how did you, in your mind, you turned that into, she feeling Kanan. All she did was speak. She was being polite to your cousin. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think she was flirting. Like, she's a flirt.
I was about to say the same thing, but remember, Kanan.
And that's the thing too. That's the thing too. She may have been flirting, but I just feel like she put. I think what I was saying. I said the retro was because Jukebox is still insecure and all of this. Her feelings. She's still gun shy after Nicole and all of that stuff. I think in her mind, the minute Aisha smiled at Kanan, it was, that was all in my head. Aisha is really not feeling me. She like Kanan. I'm gonna step aside and Kanan have the freeway when that may not necessarily have been it. Now it didn't look like her and Kanan started having really good, conversation and stuff. But again, I just feel like I didn't get where all of a sudden, like she didn't do anything. To me, she didn't do anything outside of, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. I mean, she smiled at him, but you can't smile at somebody.
Yeah, you know what? Now
you know what I'm saying? You smile at somebody, all of a sudden, that mean you like them? Like,
the part I like about this scene was Marvin.
Right. When he was following, I was
dying. He was like a proud
that
man.
was
like,
so
okay,
cute. Oh my God.
Like he was a proud father, right?
He was like,
Marvin was cracking me. I love this moment because you see how far he's come.
Yeah. I feel like this was a whole ad lib. I feel like this whole scene right here was ad lib. Because Marvin does his comedy and everything. And when they play Houdini, Just a Friend, I just thought I died laughing. I thought that was so funny.
That joint was hilarious.
Yes.
Listen, that whole scene was hilarious. And then he had the nerve to be like, she got good taste. Like her daddy.
Yeah. It does show that he is come so much further because he really didn't understand it. Think about how he flipped out when he saw that video of them singing the deal. And he didn't understand what was happening with this. The fact that he is now at a place of acceptance I mean, that little anger management did wonders for him.
Right, right. The character development, because they absolutely have developed Marvin's character. Like because Marvin was very, in that first season, Marvin was very Tommy, very impulsive, don't think things through. He's very short-sighted, and that's why Raq couldn't trust him. That's why she couldn't put him in charge of too much, because she was like, you don't see the big picture, like you just impulsive. But now he definitely, like that whole scene. When I tell y'all that scene crack, I wish we could play the clip, but I mean I know we can't. But that shit is hilarious.
Yeah,
my favorite scene.
Shout out to That's right over there on the Instagram. We hadn't seen you in a while. Appreciate you joining.
Yeah,
who?
That's
Diva Law.
Oh, what's up, Diva Law?
So here we got Ronnie. I mean, see, that lets you know right there. Keep getting unique. This part to me was funny too, in a sense. Not as funny as the last one, but the fact she just served him a sandwich. It was just bread.
That man can't never eat a sandwich.
He just can't never eat a sandwich, bro.
Trying to eat a sandwich, he get worried. That man
he was trying to eat a sandwich for the last 2 episodes.
The man said he was just trying to eat a damn sandwich.
That man,
because I had my sandwich.
Damn. And here she come with her words some ass.
She gave that man just and she cut it. She just gave him bread, just loads of bread. Like
he was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
There wasn't nothing on them bread, like at all. He opened it up. It's just bread and water.
Eat this. Tell your itch over there to fix you something to eat, because I ain't
even. He went over there and got right.
That's the part.
He ate more.
But
yeah.
But his comeback, I was like,
that man can't never have nothing to eat at home.
His comeback when he got confronted, I was like, "That's all you gonna say? Like, you never wanted for nothing. Like, we live." And I was like, "Bro, really? Like, that's."
But that's how. But listen, but that's how a lot of men think. They feel like
I was about to be ready to say that. As long as I'm taking care of home,
what are you arguing about? Like, what you mad about?
You ain't got to lift a finger. You don't have to do any. You don't have to do any of the legwork. Like, I'm giving you everything that you asked for, and all I ask you just let me just do what I'm doing out here. I'm asking these questions.
So of course she run down on Unique again, pressing him out about Raq. He like, listen, I ain't got time for this and this drama, yo. I'm out. And when she threw the glass or the ashtray or something at the door at him.
Yeah, she threw that glass out right there. Right then, this is when I was like, oh yeah.
Well, I'll at least give Unique credit. He ain't lied to her. I give him for that. He ain't lied to her. He ain't say no. He never lied.
Yeah, he didn't lie. But this is when I knew. I was like, yo, Unique thought to beat the brakes off that man.
Yeah, you saw it all over his face right then and there. You saw it all over his face that he was tired. At this point, he don't have enough, because this is the second, third time that she don't press him out about Raq, and at this point, he's put 2 and 2 together that this is coming from Ronnie.
Mm-hmm.
Prenessa.
Right. That's true, but that's the hood. Like, you gotta think about it. Like, we all got names from the hood that you ain't never heard of before.
Yeah, so. Don't get me started.
Yeah, so I mean, that's a little. That's true, Xavier. That's kind of true. He really did not lie, because more than likely she really ain't going nowhere. So
where was she gonna go?
So favorite character,
Demo,
man. They pulled Demo in. Shout out to Jamie. He watches the show all the time as well. Shout out to you, brother, doing the thing. One of our favorite characters. See him here getting interrogated about Crown Camacho. He's asking about, has he ever seen Crown up in Baisley Projects? What he was doing, etc., whatever. The detective just happens to bring up Raq's name, Raquel, and then I could tell right then he knew he made a mistake when he said what Raq got to do with this.
What Raq got to do with the Baisleys, not what Raq got to do with Crown Camacho. It was what he said when he was talking about the projects that was like, okay, we need to dig into this a little bit more. If he didn't say what Raq got to do with Baisley, I think he would have been fine. I think it would have been okay. But when he slipped up and said that, exactly, DeMarcus, when he slipped up and he said that, I think that's when his antennas went off and was like, I ain't never said nothing about Raq and the Baisleys.
I think it would have went up in regardless, because he called her Raq. He didn't say Raquel. He said Raq. What? So I think his antennas, even if he would say like, "Yo, what Raq got to do?" I think his antennas would have went up because he.
Because he said it was by a nickname, which means you know her a little bit more personally than you.
Yep.
Right. He didn't say Raquel. I think that's what did it when he said Raq.
That makes sense.
Shout out to Jamie Nitro. He watches our reviews. Yeah. So once again, Demo is on the scene. I kind of feel like that might have been a mistake too, but at the same time, I'm like, why y'all so pressed about that? I mean, that's not an uncommon nickname for a person that's named Raquel. He called her Raq. It's short for Raquel.
Yeah, but that show, but you know, it's almost like when you call people by a nickname, there's a familiarity to that.
Because he a cop.
Yeah. But shout out to Demo, because once again, Demo loyal to the family.
Yeah.
We didn't see this happen, but I feel like kind of because of his loyalty to Marvin, that maybe a conversation might have been had with him off camera to prep him for if the feds come ask questions, put everything on Crown, because otherwise I don't think that he would have done that on his own. I don't think that character would have done that on his own. I feel like somebody prepped him for questioning when he went down there. I think his only slip up he made was when he mentioned Howard helping him out of jams in the past and mentioning Raq by her nickname. I feel like that's the only two things that he may have slipped up on during the questioning. But the cop blew past the whole fact that there was a tie-in with Howard and went straight to the Raq nickname. So I feel like there's a boomerang that's gonna come back to that.
You know what? I didn't even think of it that way. I just took it as that because remember, he never brought up Crown. The detective brought up Crown. So I figured, like, since he done got real cool with Marv, he was just protecting them and was just saying, you know. So I didn't even think about, you probably right, that it was probably an off-screen joint where it could have been somebody who told him, like, hey, you know what I'm saying, the feds is watching. So if they come at you, except, you know, but the thing is, and I don't think that they do, does Marv or Lou even know the feds watching? I think the only one that know is Raq, right?
It's Raq. I think Raq's the only one to know.
It's interesting.
Right. I think Howard, again, Howard, he was doing that favor for Howard. Howard told him what to say.
That's what I kind of feel like too.
Okay.
But it's interesting that the fans are not watching nobody else in the family. They're only watching Raq, because you're right. We haven't seen them watch Marvin. We haven't seen them watch Lou yet. So you might be right about that, Fresh.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you probably right.
But you know, Demo been out here putting that work in with Marvin, so you know he was gonna be loyal to the family anyway.
Yep, he's gonna be right loyal to him. Shit.
So this is the DJ from last season that they were paying for play.
He was nervous as hell, wasn't he?
Ziza's song on the radio, you know, had paid him money, and Lou went down there and whipped up on him a little bit. So I guess he thought Lou was getting ready to whip up on him again. He's like, "Yes, sir, I'll get this announcement on the radio right away."
That man started
in a matter of seconds.
He turned around.
Well, he put a gun in his mouth, didn't he? He put a gun in his mouth. I don't want no problem.
He was nervous. As soon as he saw Lou pull up.
Yep.
Yeah, he was nervous as hell.
He got super nervous. He was just like, "Yes, sir. All right, I'll do it right now." He cut the feed. He was like, seconds. "I'm about to do it right now." And made that whole announcement. Come on down to Cafe Vous.
Once again, over Miss Shirley is happy about, you know, open mic night. You know, the club. I mean, the bar seems like it's got a nice little crowd in it. She once again offered Lou a taste. He said, "I don't want it. You know, I'm chilling tonight or whatever." So she was like, "I'm proud of you, Louis."
That's offering him Jim Beam.
I don't blame him. At least offer him Gentleman Jack or something. Offer him Jim Beam. Let me find out Lou a cheap drunk. Cheap drunk. Talk about Lou as a baby. He's a little baby Lou. Yep. So we see, you know, the crew over here, you know, they having a good time, and, you know, I'm just tripping at Famous. You like 15 years old, smoking a Newport in the bar. Like you're a whole adult. Yo. And this way,
how old are they though? Is he 15?
16, I want to say. I know Kanan is 16. Juke look like she might be like 17, 18.
I thought they was all like singers, or at least like junior.
Well, they
singers.
putting their liquor license in jeopardy.
That's what I was getting ready to say. They put their liquor license
with all that license while they pouring liquor. Yeah.
Yep.
Also, I don't know if anybody, I could be wrong, but when they was watching the female that was rapping on stage, I could be wrong, but I feel like that was Moni Love.
I thought it was Moni Love too.
I could be wrong, as well as that
I was
other
waiting for Really B to confirm it for me, but I'm pretty sure that was Moni Love.
I think it was Moni Love and EMPD.
It was a character. I don't know which I mean.
Like, okay, so remember the last episode where Lou first goes into the bar and he sees the group rapping, that group that was rapping, he fought that dude. Like, that group right there that was rapping, that was DOS Effects.
Yep, DOS Effects. Yep.
No, I understand. I understand what you're saying, that they're trying to. I understand what you're saying, that they're like, oh, this is so and so, this is so and so, but I don't put that much thought into it.
Oh, I mean, I just the way I'm thinking of the time, so that's the vibe.
It reminds me, what was the name of the bar or the restaurant, the club they used to go to in New York undercover? I can't remember what the name of the place is, but that's what it was reminding me of.
Natalie's.
Yep, it was reminding me of Natalie's. Yep.
So Kanan comes in, of course, him and Famous, they ain't on speaking terms, whatever. Famous like, I'm gone. Kanan comes over, sits at the table.
Marcus says it was Moni Love. I thought it was too.
And DNA, you gonna have to go a little bit more deeper into that. I've never heard of that rap group. I thought it was EMPD because of the dude with the bucket hat. And the one with the bucket hat, Paris Smith used to always wear a bucket hat with EMPD. But you know what? That might make sense because EMPD was established by that point, so it might not have been them. But either way,
Paris making dollars.
Yep.
Going forward,
but Moni Love would have been. But Moni Love would have been established by that point too.
Yeah.
Moni Love came out before EPMD.
I just think it's a call back to the era. It's an ode to the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just think they, like you said, it's just that nostalgia to it.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't even think about that because Moni was like, what, 89, 90 with the Jungle Brothers?
Yeah, she came with the Jungle Brothers and Native Tongue. Yeah, all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and we in 92. Oh, yeah. So, okay. Yeah, I'm tripping.
Yeah, she was already out there.
It might have been somebody else.
So, Kanan shows up to the club, but you see that there was dissension between him and Famous because Famous got up and excused himself from the table, went to the other side of the bar or whatever. Juke asked him, what's up with you and your boy? He's like, we going through something, whatever. And he sit down and he got Google eyes instantly for Aisha or whatever. And I just think that she was just being a teenage girl at that time, flirting with whoever.
Exactly. I didn't think it was that serious when she was like, hey, how you doing? Like, I didn't understand the big deal, but
I think it was more so, like I said, when Kanan pulled Juke, was like, yo, is that you? And I think right then, that's when Juke should have been, I think Juke should have just kept it a buck with him and just told him, like, you know what, nah, but I'm feeling her. Yeah. That's why he pulled her to the side to ask her, like, yo, is that you?
Right. So he did what he was supposed to do.
He did what he
was supposed to do.
Right. That was on Juke, but that's what I'm saying. That's her insecurity. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's her insecurity.
Anyone from NYC here? Remember, Cafe did not. They did this on Tuesday night. So she in her feelings.
Yeah, I think she's a little bit in her feelings at this point.
Yeah, she in her feelings, but it's her fault. So Marv shows up, tells Lou, Raq come in, or at least, as Raq showed up, Lou still like whatever, don't care. Raq don't need to be here.
She don't need to be here. I don't want to hear
nothing, etc. Whatever. The one, and I don't know if anybody noticed this. I peeped it that when Raq was getting ready, she had on red. Marv got on a red shirt. So I was trying to think. I was trying to wonder if like it was some like, kind of underlying theme there. Because
interesting. Well, you know they always dress Rock in red, devil in a red dress. But it was interesting that she was getting ready to go. She said she wasn't coming, but you know she went ahead and changed her mind.
I would have liked to see her go,
and I would have liked to have seen her go too.
I would like to see that on screen.
Because even Kanan got on red.
Yeah, shout out to that sweater.
That sweater, yeah, is nice. I got a jean jacket with the flag on the back like that.
That sweater is fire. I got one with the sweater, but I mean with the flag on there, but not like that. But anyway.
Before we move past this scene, I need y'all to answer this for me because I've been beating myself about this. So the girl that's sitting next left to Juke, is that the same girl from Power? I can't think of the detective's name. The one that unalived what's her name? That unalived Tariq's sister. Is that his cousin?
Destiny, no, that ain't her. It just looked like her.
That's what I thought it was. I swore up and down that was Destiny.
Mark said he got that polo sweater. Go ahead, send it on over here. Everybody didn't know that.
Fire.
Me and Jack, we love our polo. It really be. We love our polos.
That sweater is fire.
I'm glad y'all answered that because I swore.
I've had that sweater, not that exact one, but I've had the American flag. Yeah,
I got the jean jacket. You know that.
I had that jean jacket in college. The jean jacket one with the American flag. I had it in college.
She does look like her. It could possibly be her just casted for this show, but not the same character.
I figured it's just an extra.
So yeah, extra. So Famous get up on the stage and he spit his little bars. They sound.
He kind of shut it down a little bit.
I'm about to say he had everybody moving.
Yeah, he had everybody moving. He had everybody moving. Yep.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. He had me a little bit amped. I was like, okay.
Yeah, he had Lulu like, okay, this is what you can do. You think wait, before we move from here, you think with that look that Lulu gave him in the snaps, you think Lulu gonna reconsider putting him in the studio when he get it up and running?
Yeah, because we still got to hear 411. We still got to hear 411. So I think he gonna pull Famous in and he gonna produce 411. But I think that's gonna be a mistake for Famous because that's a all but confession to him unaliving Freddie. If you go listen to the song, the Raising Kanan soundtrack is out there. Go to Lionsgate Music on YouTube. You can hear all the songs for Raising Kanan, including Butter. But I feel like Lou gonna produce that song for him.
Mm-hmm. That's what I think.
Well, he told him he snitched in the first song.
Streets Need a Body, wasn't it? Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah. Yep. He snitched. I mean, it wasn't his story that time, but he snitched.
Yep, that song gonna get him knocked, Mark. I agree. So the feds pull up at Rock Place, roll down on her deep. And like, we need you to come on downtown, talk to us. It'd probably be in your best interest to come on right now. She's like, well, let me call my lawyer, and I'll be there.
You would have thought they was taking down Scarface the way they came in her front door.
Yeah, they came in her front door.
They came deep.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, you couldn't have one or two. Y'all came like at least
deep.
Which we had already talked about this in previous reviews. We talked about that paperwork on that studio was gonna come back. Mm-hmm. But I think she explained it away real good. She explained it away real good. She was like, listen, music is in our family. I invested in for my brother, whatever. She was like, I didn't know what crime was into, whatever. I mean, that part she's really telling the truth because he wasn't really into them but owning everybody or whatever. So, the lawyer was like, you ain't got no case. Next, move on.
Basically.
But I feel like the lawyer is kind of setting her up with false hope because when the lawyer came out and told her, oh, you ain't got nothing to worry about. They ain't got no case against you, whatever. I think he's being a little overzealous. He's being a little bit too confident because I feel like they're not going to continue looking into her. But the lawyer may think that, they got this thing sold up or whatever the case may be. But I don't know. There's something about the way he told her that you ain't got nothing else to worry about or whatever. Like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I was thinking that exact same thing because I was like, bro, you was talking to dude for a minute.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you just not talking to him just to have conversation. Like I kind of felt that exact same way. Like, yeah, like you're a little overzealous. Like they coming. You probably running some game, but they coming.
Yep. Oh boy. So Unique was out here spinning the block looking for Ronnie, trying to figure out where Ronnie was at. And he realized that he was probably over there at the fabric store or the tailor shop or whatever. And that's where he found him, man. He rolled up on him.
And that joint reading a damn book and drinking a 16-ounce soda.
Cherry Coke. He's drinking a 16-ounce Cherry Coke. Pepsi. Pepsi was the thing back then, so he was drinking a Pepsi. Yo, shout out to you because Unique was spit real game at him. Like, listen, bro, you are here pissing all over the place like an untrained puppy. Like, this is my life you screwing with. Like, this is my life. Like, you ain't out here making no boss moves. You out here making bitch moves. Exactly. He was absolutely right.
He was 100% right.
100% right.
He was 100% right. Like, I felt that. So that was one of the parts where I was like, yeah, when he said that, I was like, okay, yeah, like he's showing them like, yo, like you not moving like how you supposed to move. And that's another thing that showed me that like he has not realized times have changed. Like he's still stuck into how he was before he went inside. He ain't realizing times change. You making all these moves, you doing this and that. Like times has changed. You unalived Dean. You snitching to Pernessa about what I'm doing. You going behind my back trying to get work, doing this and that. Like times is not the same no more.
And he ain't trying to accept the fact that times have changed.
He ain't trying to accept the times.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, he don't listen to nobody. They keep trying to tell him, and it's like he don't listen.
Well, Unique quickly realized that there was no other way for them to settle this dispute other than to go ahead and throw these hands. Yep. We found out. I mean, we already knew that Unique had them hands. We already knew that Unique had them hands. Ronnie ain't got no hands. Ronnie ain't got no hands.
Yeah, Ronnie just know how to unalive folks. He ain't got no hands.
Yeah. He just stealthy and unpredictable.
Yeah,
exactly.
Unique put that work in on him. Unique beat that ass.
Yeah, he worked him in the white case switch.
He worked him good.
Feelings hurt. Right there. Had that boy feelings hurt. That's
all
it was.
Were hurt. Yep.
I'm mad that shirt ain't untucked.
Right. Hey, he stretched him out real good one time.
He said, I'm the big dog.
He said, I'm the big dog. He stretched his ass out.
Don't you ever forget it.
And a nigga jump up and grab a pipe and sucker punch his brother from the back. Like, yo. And I feel like out of respect for the fact that that's your brother, Unique didn't take it no further than that. You know, he gave him a good ass whooping. We're gonna settle this dispute and we finna, go our separate ways. That's what I would have liked to have happened, just like with Jadard and Diamond. They just agreed to, part and go their separate ways. But this nigga right here, he don't got mad in his feelings and shanked his brother from the back.
Unpredictable, man.
No. Yeah. Predictably crazy. Unhinged.
Yeah.
Because this is how I knew he was unhinged, because before they fought, he took his glasses off.
He took them off neat too.
Up, he put the glasses on first and then proceeded to grab that metal pipe.
I told y'all this in an earlier episode. You take them glasses away from him, you took his powers. So he had to put the glasses back on to get his powers back. Yo, he went to work on Unique with that pole, bro. He went to work. He must have hit that nigga about 20 times.
I think he hit him 6 times, I think. He hit him 6 times. This how you know he was
picked him up and punched him.
Because, right, I'm about to say, he picked him up and punched him. You just knew he was enraged. Like, he blacked out.
Yeah, he was erased. He was erased after that first hit. Let's be honest. With all that rage.
Oh, yeah, he was done after the first hit.
Yeah, all that rage and anger he had in him, them first 2 hits, he was erased.
Yeah.
Yeah, so look at him. He ain't even cleaned up. Bruh just grabbed the body, threw him in the trunk, and just drove out to the woods with blood all over him. Didn't even try to clean up or nothing. That should just show you like how unhinged this man is. Like, he's unhinged.
I agree, Cub Star. Very much so.
And kicked his brother into the ravine like he was a piece of trash. His baby brother.
Unique is gone, folks. I'm mad. This is the only part of the whole episode that like he's gone. Like
he's gone. He's deleted.
I loved his character, man. Like even from the beginning, I loved his character. Just as it progressed through the second and third season, I just started to like his character a little bit more. There was so many different things they could have did.
Shout out to Joey Badass. He really did a great job playing this character. He did a phenomenal job playing this character.
He definitely did. DeMarcus, Ronnie is not Breeze. He's not Breeze. I'll stand on that till I see something different. I can give you.
I was gonna say, why are you so sure he's not Breeze?
Because if you go back and watch the original Power, Ghost says how much he told. I think it was Tariq. He told how much love he had for Breeze and how much love Breeze had for him. Ronnie is unhinged. Who you think really that Ronnie's gonna show somebody some love?
Ronnie don't care about nobody.
He don't care about nobody. Okay. I can't see him being Breeze when Ghost said they was literally like brothers. Like he showed him so much love. So,
what he should have been, his character should have been Breeze, but they're dangling this carrot in front of us on who Breeze is. But like I said, I don't know who I was talking to last night about it, but I think it's still too early for the character to be introduced to us because we don't get introduced to Breeze until we get to Kanan. I mean, to Ghost and Tommy when they get introduced into the show. I think at some point they're going to end up getting rid of because we still see that Kanan's got to get kidnapped. Mm-hmm. So I think Ronnie's going to be behind it. I think the family is all going to come together to delete Ronnie, especially after Raq finds out what he did to Unique. I don't think that she's going to have vengeance for Unique per se, but I think that's going to be some of her motivation to delete Ronnie because if Unique couldn't control him and that's his own brother, nobody else out here in these streets are going to be able to deal with him. So we got to.
He hates Raq.
Yeah, he hates Raq.
And so naturally he's going to turn his attention over to Raq now because he thinks that Raq is still in the game in the way anyway of what is rightfully his. So he hates Raq. That's why I went back and I watched the first episode of the agreement that High Post and Ronnie had made prior to Raq coming into power. Because I was like, I needed to understand. No, DEFCON, you're right. I was like, I needed to understand what was going on and why, it did, Fresh was like, you missing the fact that that he still think that Raq is running things and stuff like that. But he hates Raq. He's definitely going to turn his attention over to Raq now because nothing is in the way.
I don't think
so.
Marcus thinks that Ronnie is going to change after the death of Unique. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Nah.
I think he's going to tote his ass back over there to Apollonia's house with that bloody chain.
Mm-hmm.
Show her that
he's going to come on. He's going to hold it up to the peephole.
That's all he's going to do. And show her that Unique
he's going to turn around and walk off.
He's going to get that work from her.
Yeah.
What was you about to say, really, B?
I was going to say, so we were talking earlier today. And I'm gonna throw this at you guys because I think part of why we're upset. Well, I'm gonna speak for myself. I don't think we understood enough. We didn't get enough of the Ronnie Unique story before Unique is gone. So here's the thing: we knew one of them were going to have to leave. We knew one of them was going to be gone by the end of the season. I mean, whether it was going to be Unique or Ronnie, whatever. But I would have loved to have seen. Let this episode be the Ronnie Unique episode. Give us a backstory. Give us some flashbacks. Why is Ronnie so upset and so focused on Raq? I don't want to call you by your legal name. Anyway, Jack Jordan. My bad. I was going to say your legal name. Like Jack said, go back to that first season. We know there was an agreement. But I would like give us some backstory. Let us see them as kids. Let us see what that relationship looked like. They couldn't have always had this relationship because Unique wouldn't be so open to trying to work with Ronnie if they always had this relationship. Like, was he like this? Is he institutionalized? Was he like this before he went? Like, I would have liked to see some flashbacks. I would have liked to have seen maybe even Ronnie Unique DEFCON scenes. I mean, not Unique, Raq scenes. I would have loved to seen something else to lay this foundation for us to understand why he's so focused on Unique. Like, I even went so far now. I know this is going down the rabbit hole, but Retro was with me a little bit. But what if this dirty cop? We know Raq ain't got no problem setting people up, and we know Raq had a relationship with the police. What if this dirty cop? What if Raq set him up? What if Raq did something to help Ronnie get set up? Like, or maybe he believes that she has something to do with it. Like, I just feel like we need more foundation that we didn't get before they got rid of. Again, if they had told the whole story and then one of them was gone, yeah, we like Unique, but I feel like we should have gotten more of that foundation.
Because I felt something was missing too.
Right. Unless we get some flashbacks, we're not going to get it now.
I guess I'm the only one that got it. Like, he said it.
Well, tell me what you got. Tell me what you got.
Like, he said it. He said it in the first episode when they was in the car. He told him straight up. He said, "Before I left you in charge. We used to run these blocks. Now I come home and you rocks like you're under her. Like you were a boss and now you're an underling under her. Like you're under her. And this is not what I left you with." So that's why I feel like he's like, yo, like how we go from we running the streets, we running these corners. You was the boss, I left in charge of the crew, but now you working for the ops, not working. And Unique was trying to tell her like, I'm working beside her, I'm not working under her, but he wasn't listening. And then still at that same time, when he's trying to explain to him like Raq is out the game, he's still thinking like, no, you're still working for Raq. Raq is telling you what to do.
But that's the part I don't understand. Everybody has told this man.
And that's what I said. I was missing something too.
Man. And it's like he can't get it through his head. Like, why are you so focused on the fact that your brother is doing you dirty, that he's lying to you? Everybody has told you. Dean told you. Juliana told you. The dude at the coffee shop with his wife. Everybody told you what's going on. And it's like, even damn Kanan talking about something. You got that package from because I was watching the episode, and when he said who you get that package from, you got it from Unique. I'm like, Unique? This nigga really think Unique is on it? Like, he really don't believe it. And I understand that part. I got that part fresh, that he left him in charge.
But you don't understand why he didn't get it through his head.
It just seems like he is laser focused on Raq. And I'm not saying there is more there, but I'm just saying that was a perfect opportunity for the writers to give us something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think maybe he got more laser focused on Raq once he found out that they were sleeping together. So he felt like, okay, this is why, X, Y, and Z. I think maybe that's what it was. I don't know, because I don't think he has an end for Raq. I think he just.
Oh, yes, he does.
On top, yeah.
But
he wanted to get rid of Raq. He just said, you know what? It's not too late to get her out of here.
Yeah, when he first came home, his attention was focused on Raq. Even when they were working out, he was like, I felt like we should have done it when I had the chance. Yeah, we should have took Raq out a long time ago. I'm going to chalk it up.
I think if Unique was sleeping with anybody else, I don't think Ronnie would have cared as much. I think the fact that it was Raq, and I understand what you're saying, Fresh, that because he felt like, with everything with Raq, but I just think I felt like he had a hard on from Raq from the word go.
Yeah. What I'm going to chalk it up to is Ronnie doesn't have respect for anyone in the game, including his own brother. He doesn't have any respect for anyone out here. And the fact that Raq is a female and she's out here and she's winning and she's doing it harder, in his mindset, he's like, yo, you getting beat by a chick. You getting beat by Raq. So for me, it's more so that he is like, bro, you soft out here in these streets or whatever the case may be. You let Raq take over everything that I gave to you, not knowing that it wasn't that Unique didn't try to deal with Raq. Unique tried to deal with Raq. Mm-hmm. He couldn't. She was a formidable opponent. She was a formidable opponent. He couldn't take her out. So Ronnie doesn't see her as a threat. He doesn't see her as a competitor. He doesn't see her as equal. So the ideal of Unique not being able to deal with Raq, he don't understand that he can't see past his own beliefs. They're thinking that Raq is nothing out here in these streets, not knowing that Raq that be out here in these streets. But he don't see her as that. He don't see her as no type of threat whatsoever. He see her as like, why are you letting this woman run all over you? Why are you letting Raq run all over you? You know, so he's not threatened by her. And that's going to be Ronnie's downfall. That is going to be Ronnie's downfall, period, because he's underestimating Raq as an opponent. He did the same thing.
I think that's part of it.
Unique did the same thing when she put that case on him and she had him locked up. He was like, damn, bitch said that she wouldn't see me coming. And he didn't. And Ronnie is the same way. He's
know what? I went back and started watching some of the older ones, and Unique said it. You know, he was like, you know, this is why women shouldn't be in this game, you know, whatever. I do think that at some point Ronnie did have respect for his competitors because they did make a deal. But they did make it. They
had respect
not for
with
Raq,
Defcon, but not Raq.
But that's what I'm saying, with his competitors, not with Raq. Because I think by her being a woman, and me going back and watching the earlier episodes, and Unique mentioning it a few times, does play a role in it. But I'm just kind of would really be when she was, because I've always felt like I felt like something was missing, and I was like, what is it missing that she just irritates this man's soul no matter what? Because at some point she did have the agreement. They did have the agreement with Defcon, and then when Defcon got burnt up, when they got off him, you know, Raq took over because Defcon showed her the ropes. So I just thought, like, out of respect, and then what's the name got locked up for his natural life. Ronnie got locked up for his natural life. So I just thought because of the respect, they kind of kept the same deal. But here's where the presser came in at. Here's where the kicker came in at. Raq eventually started charting over into Unique's territory. Like, she didn't have no rules. You remember when Malcolm came and visited him at the tailor shop, and she was like, Raq don't have no rules or no code, and it only could be one king of Southside Jamaica. There can only be one on top, and I'm putting that money on you because Raq don't go by the same rules. Raq just does whatever it is. Raq just pushes and bullies her way through things. They had the agreement on the blocks, and Raq like deaded that agreement and started traveling over to Unique's side. And then that's when he started firing shots in the air that had a little parlay in the park.
All right, so we're going to get into next week's episode. So it's not next week's episode. I think the next episode airs on January the 12th. So we do get a break, guys. So we are going to have a break. All right, so we see Pernessa is going to show up at Raq's place with a strap, and she's kind of unhinged. You know, she's trying to find out where Unique at. At this point, I don't think Unique has been discovered. I think by the end of that episode, we'll find out the conclusion of Unique, but he's deleted, guys.
Yeah,
he's deleted.
He's deleted.
He's deleted.
He's gone. Unalived.
Oh, hurt my feelings.
Now let's talk about this. I don't know. Do you have a screenshot of her holding the weapon? Okay, let's talk about this. We know that Raq is going to get the strap from her, but do we feel like Raq is going to delete her?
Nope, because of this right here.
But that could be before she went to go visit Raq.
That could be. I don't think. But I also another reason why I don't think she's going to do it because it's in her house.
That's true. Her new place at that. Yeah,
that's her new crib. I don't think she's going to unalive him, but I feel more so like she going to tell her to get up. They going to have that conversation, and then that's when it's going to come out that Ronnie said y'all was doing this, y'all was doing that.
Right, because she needs to have that same energy with Ronnie.
Right. That's what's going to end up happening.
That's what time she need to be on. She need to be on that time with Ronnie. All right, I think Raq is gonna tell her, like, listen, I don't know where your man at. Like, don't come over here with this drama with me, or whatever. I think Raq is going to send her on her way. I almost feel like Raq gonna give her some money, let her get up out of town or something. But I don't think Raq gonna delete her.
Yeah,
nah.
All right, so we got Kanan in the club with Juke. I think this is where he's introduced or runs into, or it's not really clear on how he ends up at this club, and furthermore, how Jukebox ends up there with him. But shout out to that jacket that she got on; it's fire. But this is where he's going to meet
Snaps
and Pop.
I think
this is where Snap gonna tell him that, listen, your mom was a G out here in these streets. Like,
I think it's Ronnie that makes that introduction.
I think Ronnie is low key trying to do the same thing Kanan did with Tariq, is use Kanan as a weapon against Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's low key gonna take over Kanan's operation.
Yeah. Only reason I feel that way, because like I said, there's a picture in one of the trailers where, like I said, matter of fact, it's that same club scene where all of them take a picture, and Ronnie is in the back behind Kanan, like he's off to the side. So I think he's the one that whatchamacallit. And I think this is Ronnie right here that's giving Kanan them bricks
that he got from Juliana.
Mm-hmm.
That he got from Juliana.
Somebody please take Juliana away.
How to step on it. He probably gonna show him how to step on it and cut it. But I almost feel like, don't Kanan already know how to step on work and
no, he killed. He unalived all the people.
Doing it though with Marvin them.
But he was unaliving all the people.
He did it because he did it wrong because he wasn't listening. But they taught him how to do it.
Yeah, they taught him. Remember, she taught him how to cook and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So Kanan already know how to step on work. I think this scene right here, we're going to have that confrontation between Famous and Kanan about the weapon that was put in his backpack. Famous is going to come clean with Kanan. Kanan's going to threaten him again, talking about, I'm scary too. So I don't know if he's going to put hands on him in this episode or not. He may smack him up again or whatever, but I think that they're approaching the point of no return. I don't think this is going to be the point of no return, but I think they're slow walking us to the point of no return between these two characters.
I have a B-side for that. I think it's
all right. Go ahead, B-side.
What you said, that is good too. It just popped in my head. I'm thinking also maybe this is where Kanan tells Famous that they offloading bricks. Famous not gonna be with it. And when he said, I'm scary too, Famous was referring to Ronnie, like, yo, Ronnie is scary. And he's saying, like, yo, I can be scary too.
Nah, I think he's gonna say Kanan's probably gonna ask Famous, why did you let Rock in here and Rock do that? I think his response to is Rock is scary. And Kanan's gonna respond back and say, well, I'm scary too. That's what I was getting from that, where he's gonna say, they're gonna have an argument about the whole letting Rock into the apartment again, and he's gonna probably, his defense to that is going to be that he was afraid of Rock.
Yeah.
All right, so I feel like this, we're gonna get conclusion. I think that Rock and Marvin about to deal with her police problem. You see the police car in the background. So either they getting ready to, either they walked up on them in the act, getting ready to do something to her place, or she's called them out there under the guise of thinking that she's going to pay them some work, and they're going to delete them or set them up in some kind of way, shape, form, or fashion.
Set them up, because that's wide out in the open to be deleting them like that.
Yeah, I think they're going to set them up some type of way.
Yeah, they're going to set them up some kind of way.
In some type of comical way.
All right, so we see that scene where Rock and Lou are going to meet up for the first time this season, right? I think this is the first time this season that these two characters have been in the same place.
Yeah.
Yep. She's going to go try to make amends. I think she's going to, give a half-ass apology or whatever the case may be. But for some reason, I feel like we're going to get consensus here. I feel like we're going to get some type of resolution between the two siblings.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Because they both need each other in some way, shape, form, or fashion. They're going to need each other. Howard is rolling up on Rock to probably tell Rock that Unique has been deleted and she need to keep her head on a swivel. We also heard in the voiceover in the preview, or I think he may have asked Rock, was she scared? And of course, Rock will say she ain't scared of nothing or nobody or whatever. So I think Rock's going to start putting her plan together on how to deal with this Ronnie situation, because the wheels are going to start turning with Rock. Once she find out the Unique is deleted, the wheels going to start turning with her, where she's going to probably put two and two together that Ronnie was the one that did it.
Mm-hmm.
Because to be quite honest with you, Unique ain't really have no other enemies out here in these streets, so it's not hard for her to figure out that it was Ronnie. Okay, so we see him show back over to Juliana's place.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's Juliana's crib.
Yep, and he gonna get that work. He probably gonna show her that bloody chain and get that work. Not too much to go off of here, other than either Raq is processing what Howard had just told her, or she's thinking about her next move.
I think she's thinking about her next move if somebody walk up on her. I think because the way they made it seem like you scared, like the way they said it, because her head changes. I think that's what it is. I think it's more so like she probably sitting here plotting and somebody walks up on her. Is what it is.
All right. So we came across this interview with Joey Badass, and it pretty much talks about his character departing, raising Kanan. Of course, he says he was devastated but all good things come to an end. I feel like his character has helped me spread my wings in the TV and film industry. I mean, it's unfortunate. I hate to be leaving the Kanan family. So to me, this is confirmation right here that his character is unalive.
He's gone.
They also go on to ask him, when you read the script, you were like, so do we have any flexibility here? Did you try to change his fate? He says, yeah, trust me. I tried to make it happen. I called the showrunner, Sasha Penn, right away. Like, dude, are you serious? He says, how do you think the fans are going to react to this death? I don't think they're going to like it one bit. I think a lot of people are going to be a little disappointed, which we are. I think a lot of people are going to feel let down, which we are. It's like, what the F? He's dead, and he's not even the end of the season. It's like the middle of the season. And that's where me and Really B were talking about earlier. Like, we feel like we okay with the character leaving because we know that the story's got to be pushed forward, but why so soon?
I think it was rushed a little bit, but
they go on to ask him what was the last day.
Again, I feel like
Go ahead,
I think it was rushed too. I definitely, like I said, it's Kanan Abel, so we knew one of them had to go. But like I said, I just feel like, and I understand what you're saying, Fresh, but I just feel like there was more they could have done with the story. I just feel like there's more they could have done.
Oh, nah, I agree with that 100%. But I was also thinking about, he said on Tariq's and Bray, and I'm gonna use their character name podcast, that if I remember correctly, he said that Unique was supposed to be on for season 2. Unique was supposed to be unalive, but
he was supposed to be gone season 2. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got so popular they kept his character. So that's why when I read this, I was like, well, I mean, like, I can't understand like why you thought like you would, but I understood like at the same time like why it's so early, like they unalived him so early, like why he was bothered by it.
The interviewer also
goes on.
I'm
gonna say this. I'm gonna say. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The interview also goes on to say, when Ronnie came into the picture at the beginning of season 3, did you have any suspicions that it might lead to the downfall of Unique? He says, I thought I was going to have to unalive him. I thought Unique would be getting rid of him. I didn't really see it the other way around. I mean, I saw that they were bumping heads, but I thought maybe they get on the same page or Unique would just have to take him out. But boy, was I wrong. So even he didn't realize that his character was going to be deleted. And then they go on to talk about the love story between him and Raq. And, he kind of liked the idea and liked to play. For me, I felt like they could have went a little bit further with that. And I really would have liked to have seen them on some, working together out here in these streets. I really would have liked to see that. But, with Ronnie in the picture, that would have never came to fruition. Yeah. That never would have worked out.
Yeah. At all.
But yeah.
I will say this, and I know what y'all gonna say. So just let me finish. I do want to see how the episode plays out because, and I know y'all do deep dives that I don't do, but I do want to wait and see how the episode plays out. Because if don't nobody ever find his body, because hell, Kanan was in a whole tower inferno and made it all the way to DC. I'm just saying.
A towering inferno.
I mean, that's true. I thought about that, but then Retro brought up when we was talking earlier, he brought up he made it y'all know what I'm trying to say, where after somebody like a character gets unalive, they always end up doing an interview, because Burke did her interview like what I want to say almost like
right after the show,
same week after she got unalive, like
within the same hour.
Always end up doing interviews after they get unalive. So that's what made me think like Retro was saying and saying that. Like, yeah, he's gone.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
All right, so far we're in episode 5, and it's been a banger season. I can't wait to see what the next 5 episodes are going to be like. I feel like they're going to be fire. So I want to take this time right now to wish everyone a happy new year, happy holidays. It's been a great 2023 with you guys, and we love all of you guys, and we appreciate all of you guys showing up every week and showing us love and support. Can't wait to see you guys in 2024. Everyone is partying tonight and tomorrow. Make sure y'all drink responsibly. Make sure y'all call for a designated ride if you don't have one. And the right thing out here, be safe out here in these streets, because we want all of y'all to come back. We want all of y'all back January. We want all of y'all back because we want to talk to y'all about our favorite show. So from Retro CG to the TSF family, I would like to wish you all a happy new year. Guys, y'all got anything before we get out?
Pour a cup and pop a bottle.
Happy New Year to you all.
Yep.
Be safe.
But yeah, real talk. Yeah, man. Y'all be safe. Make sure this been a wild year, so we gotta make sure we come back into 2024, kicking off the new year, right. So everybody be safe. I'm sure some folks is probably about to go out right now and get their festivities started.
Yep.
So yeah, man, y'all just be safe out there and be responsible. You know what I'm saying?
Watch the Lions.
Good luck, Ryan.
I'm not even gonna say that.
I just left your. I just left your city, right?
Did you?
Yeah.
Watch the Lions.
I was visiting my niece.
All right, fam. We will see you guys next time. Y'all make sure to keep these conversations going on in the comments. Share the video out, like the video on your way out. We'll see you guys next year.